is up, everybody? Welcome to Funkotopia. What? Yeah, man. W. You got my punchline. WTF? Welcome to Funkotopia. So, so this is obviously a celebration explosion. Well, we should have like an explosion video, but we don't. But anyways, it's a celebration explosion if you are going to the Prince celebration this coming week. Oh my God, dude. It's like, are you packed?
Man, I'm not packed, but I'm partially packed.
I'm actually packed. The only thing I don't have in my suitcase is shoes and whatever else. And I've got the biggest suitcase I could get, so if I got to bring anything back, I can stick stuff in. So
I need to get some squirrel meat.
Squirrel meat. Don't try it. I got more holes than a golf course.
Of course.
How is everybody doing? I got to say hello to everybody. Laura, how are you? Donna, hello. Pamela, hello. Connie, Donna, I already said hello to Donna. It's okay. You owned it. Nana, O is in the house. Susan, Rachel, Meredith, and Jay. What's up? All right, so we got lots of folks that are coming in here, and we just need to kind of just run to it. And how's this music in the background? Is this like going to get us? It
might be a little bit loud. I was just getting ready to send you a message.
So we got to pull this back a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that it's kind of playing lightly in the background so that we don't get kicked off of Facebook before we even start. That would be ridiculous. And so Rachel says, "I wish I could go. I am so sorry. It's but I'm glad that you're here for the show. And the reason why I'm here, I'm glad that you're here, is because of the fact that we are going to be talking about not only the celebration events, but also external stuff that's going on as well. So we've got like lots of things that kind of popped on the radar, and we want to talk about all those things. So even if you're not going to the celebration, but you're going to be in Minneapolis, you can still check it out. Now, you didn't say that you were going to be in Minneapolis. You just said you couldn't go, but I'm hoping that you're going to be in Minneapolis because we're going to be talking about a lot of those things as well. Oh, look at the one. All right, the one currently in France, flying the minute. Oh, look at you coming in. What? Okay. That is our long distance traveler of the day right here.
You are the one.
Yeah. So we have not. Yes, the one. We have not done a show at 7:00 like I think ever. This is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I need to. Don's got already coming out of the gate with questions. I need to know how to pack. What is the attire for the events?
This is the nude event, right? Isn't this the no clothes?
Yeah, minus Rodney's pajama jam. I think everything's nude. It's all nude.
It's all nude. Well, pajamas is the most clothes we're gonna have on.
I wish there was no black and white. I wish there were no rules. So. Anyways, we're going to be talking about everything that's going to be going on, and we wanted to make sure a lot of information went out yesterday from Paisley Park, so we're going to be talking all the way through it. Keep the questions coming. Definitely attire is love sexy. I actually went out and got a bunch of clothes, not new either. I was like doing the what. I was doing all the stuff. I was Goodwill hunting. Goodwill hunting, right? I was thrift shopping, just trying, because nothing new it works. I mean, it just had to have a certain look, and it's going to be great. I'm excited. It's going to be Aaron, please tell me you're going, because I think I owe you like about at least three. I owe you at least 3 neck hugs at least, and so I'm hoping you're going. So anyways, yeah, anybody that cannot go, I mean, we're going to be talking about it. I hope this doesn't make the FOMO worse than it already is, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that you guys are tuning in, because we got a lot to cover today, so we need to get to it, because we do not want to be here all night. That's one of the reasons why we started at 7, so we wouldn't, because we started at our normal 9, we'd have been out. It's just, it's just freaking crazy. So, I mean, looking at it, what are we at? A 14-point font, and I've got 16 pages here, so that's just, so hopefully we get through this quick. So, all right, so Jeff Paige and myself, you can go ahead and start the slides or whatever, but Jeff Paige and myself will be in Minneapolis June 1st through the 7th, but you're not there for us. You might be. If you are, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. But we are actually going to be there for probably the same reasons that you are, and that is for the Prince celebration at Paisley Park that is taking place June 2nd through June 5th. Now, obviously, it's only June 2nd through June 4th if you're of general admission. If you're VIP, you get that extra 5th. But it's June 2nd through June 5th, but we're coming a day early because we got some events that we want to go to, and we're staying a couple days after because we got some events that we want to go to. So all that being said, the celebration is taking place, as I mentioned, and I'm trying to make sure that everything is happening the way it's happening. So celebration is taking place. This actually, one more frame. There, go one more frame.
Oh.
There, that's what we wanted. Yeah, actually, frame one is not frame one. It's just, just whenever you see the image thing, just switch to the next thing. So anyway, celebration is taking place at Paisley Park June 2nd through the 5th. As I said, general admission is $399 for 3 days, the 2nd through the 4th. The VIP tickets were $899 June 2nd through the 5th. And as I said, were, because as I mentioned before in the previous broadcast, is that the VIP is sold out. Last special, we talked about everything that was included with the general admission and the VIP packages. And so we're not going to be talking about that at all. Tonight, we're going to be we'll touch on that a little bit as we go through the schedule that has now been released yesterday to attendees, but we are not going to be going into details about you get this, and this, and this, and this. It's just too much. So all that being said,
Right.
one thing.
Plus, they can go to the website anyways and see where everything is because the Prince Celebration website will be up and have all the data.
Right, exactly. So one thing to note here as we look at this poster, this is the old poster that you just switched to right here. This is the old poster. Now, go back a slide. One of the main things that we're seeing here missing, and I might want to give a little bit of a shout out to Funkotopia Nick Garcia, who actually pointed this out. I don't know that I would have noticed it, but maybe I would have. Carmen Electra's name is not on this poster anymore. So if you look at the new poster, her name is not there. I did reach out to Carmen to get more information, but I have not heard back yet. Hopefully she'll let me know what was going on. I'm not sure if this was a scheduling conflict or something else. So yeah, so there is the new poster that you're seeing, and it does not include Carmen Electra's name on it. I would certainly not think that she is, part of the and more at the bottom of this document. I would hope not. I mean, Jeff Paige, you and I were talking about this offline, that if you printed out this new poster, well, even if you print out the old one, if you printed out the poster and you showed this poster to anyone outside of the purple circle, no one who isn't a Prince fan would probably recognize anyone else's name here. That's just the reality of it. We're not trying to be... Yeah, the hardcore Prince fans, like all of us are, we know who Brown Mark is. We know who Wendy and Lisa are. They're not going to be there, but you know what I'm saying. We know who all these people are. But people outside of the Prince world, even the ones that maybe are Prince fans but have never bought an album and they just like to listen to the music, they're not going to know any of these people. Right. But if her name was on it, exactly, it's pretty probable that they're going to recognize Carmen Electra's name because, I mean, she has like 1.4 million Instagram followers and she's just not, my only guess is that she is not attending now. I'm pretty confident that no one bought a ticket because Carmen Electra was going to be there. No offense to Carmen Electra. It's just that there's so many other things going on. I find it hard to believe that would be the sole purpose that somebody would buy a ticket. But the reality of it is that if she is going to be there, her name needs to be somewhere towards the top of the poster here, and hopefully not buried under and more.
Agreed.
But anyways, I did reach out to her. If she does text me back, I will let you know what she says. But as it stands right now, we're assuming that she's not there anymore. Another thing to note is that they also announced that all attendees would be receiving a special vinyl. This is actually very, very cool. I think this is awesome. It's a special limited run. It's numbered too. 7-inch vinyl single with live recordings of Prince and the NPG performing Diamonds and Pearls on one side, and then the flip side is Nothing Compares to You, but both of them are from Glam Slam. And I believe that probably the thing about this is my guess is that it would be two cuts from this Prince live on the big screen is going to be happening. That would be my guess.
Right.
Yeah. Audrey said she pulled out a while ago. I still would like to know what.
Yeah, I don't know either. And
yeah.
and yeah, it'd be great to know what was going on. It's probably a scheduling conflict, more likely than any other major issue.
Yeah, I would imagine that was probably a thing. But so, anyways, that's a couple things that we would talk about as far as that is concerned. Those are really cool, up to date news. I love the fact that we're getting this vinyl now. This is pretty awesome. And I love the fact that they're making sure that even the general admission is getting these vinyls too. This is really awesome. So there's that.
Cammy, you said you can barely hear me. Am I that low?
No, I can hear you, but I have you turned up. You can turn yourself up a little bit. Go ahead. Give me a little bit more, Jeff. Give us some more, Jeff.
More me. Hey, is that more me?
More Jeff. More Jeff.
How's that sound? Tell me.
Cammy, can you hear now?
Am I still low?
Yeah, and I can hear you fine because I have headsets on.
Yeah, I don't want to start shouting, but I'll definitely.
Yes.
Is that it? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dawn says VIP got scheduled anyway from Jade. Yes, we did get a schedule. Matter of fact, we have a group called Prince Celebration, Facebook.com/group or groups/Prince Celebration. I don't know how I get some of these sometimes. I just act quicker, I guess. But yes, everybody got their schedule, and we will be talking about that as we go. So there's that.
Exactly.
So there's a couple things we want to talk about before we get into this. Let's go ahead and remove the slides for right now and just show our beautiful faces as we kind of talk through some of these things that we want to go through with the email and whatnot. So the first thing is credentials. Mm-hmm. So this is a very, very informative broadcast, just so we're clear. When you get there, they are actually, it depends. I don't know when you get there, but on Thursday, June 2nd, you will be able to pick up your credentials and your COVID your credentials, but you have to show a COVID document. I seem to remember that they weren't making a big deal about this before, but apparently they are making a little bit of a deal of it.
Right.
But so on Thursday, June 2nd at the Renaissance Hotel, that is one of the two host hotels. The two host hotels are the Renaissance Hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota, and then the other one is at the W, which is in downtown Minneapolis. If you are staying at either one of those hotels, you can simply just go down to the lobby and get your credentials. If you do not pick up your credentials during this little window on Thursday, June 2nd of between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., if you do not pick up your credentials in that window, then you'll have to pick up your credentials during the launch party which is at the W. But that could take a lot longer. It can just take a lot longer because there's going to be a bunch of people trying to get into the party. And if you get your credentials, you just kind of walk right into the launch party. If you don't, then you've got to stand in line and do the whole rigmarole. So, Thursday, June 2nd at the Renaissance Hotel, go to the Renaissance Hotel between 10 and 6. Just look at your email and you'll be able to see the actual address there. It's 5500 American Boulevard West, but it's in Bloomington, Minnesota. It's a Renaissance Hotel. Between 10 and 6. And the W Hotel, apparently you can just pick up your credentials there. They didn't really give a time for the W Hotel, but I assume that they know who you are if you signed up through the W. They make cross-match. I don't know.
Right. They probably all have a list. They just, check you off. Or either that or they have satellites and they visually just know what you look like.
Yeah, absolutely. So I doubt that's the case. There's some people that, they may look and they go, oh, there's Jeff Paige.
There's Jeff Paige. That happens a lot. I get that a lot.
Yes. We're going to change your name to The Jeff Paige.
The Jeff Paige. I only get that in the mornings when I wake up and look in my own mirror. Oh, there I am.
Mm-hmm. After you remove all the positive Post-it notes, and then you can finally see yourself.
And
you're the best.
Somebody's so good, and maybe ain't nobody better.
Simply the best, better than all the rest. Anyways, let's talk in a second about the COVID thing because you either have to, for the COVID part of this, you have to show your COVID documents in order to get your credentials. I think this email was probably one of the first things that I had seen because I don't even remember seeing that on the page. I could be wrong. I could have just glazed over it or whatever. But apparently you have to have either a full series of vaccinations or a negative COVID test within 72 hours when you pick up your credentials. So if you do not have your if you're an anti-vaxxer or you simply just don't want to get them done or whatever, if you got them done, that's fine. Just show your vaccination cards and you're done. You're complete. If you're not, you have to get a negative COVID test within 72 hours in order to be able to pick up your credentials. So there's a bunch of stuff there. So that's kind of, I don't know. You got any feelings about that either way?
No. I mean, that's pretty much the standard everywhere. As long as you can prove you've got a negative test. I mean, that's the way of the world now. So, you just deal with it. That's all to it.
Right. So the other thing too, we're going to talk about the transportation side of things. Obviously, when you get there to Minneapolis, if you're planning to kind of go around Minneapolis and whatnot, you need to rent a car. Public transportation is like practically non-existent for most of the places that you'll want to go. Chanhassen doesn't have, as far as I know, they don't have public transportation that goes out in certain places, whatever. But you need to have a rental car when you go to Minneapolis because everything is very, very far apart. If I showed you a big map, it'd be like Minneapolis is here, Chanhassen is way over here, like the airport's way down here, St. Paul is all the way up here. It's like everything is spread out. So you'll definitely need a rental car when you get here, or you don't want to do Lyft or Uber because you'll pay the same amount of money that you're going to be paying for a rental car. You'll pay less for a rental car than you would going back and forth with Uber. It's just,
and you won't
it's a
have
nightmare.
to wait. You won't have to wait for a ride and hope that's your car and get in the wrong car. Just drive the star pattern all day. You don't want to pay for that.
Or if you see somebody that you know is with the group, maybe as you meet people during the conference and you happen to see somebody out in the lobby going towards their car and you say, hey, can I hitch a ride with you? That's, it's a thing. So there's that. Just know that if you do that, you're going to be, have to deal with their schedule the whole entire time or find an Uber to get back in case you guys don't want to leave at the same time. So just rent a car. It's just make your life easier, rent a car and be on your schedule.
Right.
God forbid you get strapped in with a person that's going to be partying until 4:00 in the morning, but you're like Jeff Paige and myself and want to be back in the hotel
5 in the morning.
Looking at the back of your eyelids at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, here's the other thing too. I want to make sure that we're clear about this right out of the gate. Anytime that I say a specific time, if I'm mentioning times, it's Central Standard Time that I'm talking about. Minneapolis is in Central Standard Time. We are on Eastern in Atlanta and New York City. That's so we're going to be going 1 hour back going into Central Standard Time. So if I mention any time zones are CST for what's going on here. All right. So let's talk about the transportation thing. First off, there is no parking at Paisley Park. Before in the previous celebrations that they did in 2018, 2019, so on and so forth, if you had a VIP, you were able to park at Paisley Park. Everybody else had to meet at the bus station that was about a couple miles down the road, and you parked at this bus station, and you would hop on the bus, and the bus would bring you over to Paisley Park. And then when you were done, you just got back on the bus, and it took you back to the bus station, and that was it. That's how it worked. This time around, that's not going to be existing. They're going to be transportation to and from Paisley Park on Friday and Saturday that's going to be provided via a shuttle service that's going to be leaving from the Renaissance Hotel. There's going to be like a lot of shuttles going back and forth from the Renaissance Hotel. Again, that's the one in Bloomington, Minnesota. They're going to have one shuttle that's going to be going to the W Hotel as well, but it's reserved only to ticket holders staying at the W. So let's be real clear. If you can only get on that shuttle at the W if you're staying at the W. So if you happen to be at a hotel that's a block away from the W and you think you're just going to walk to the W and hop on the shuttle, it's not happening. You can't do it.
Well, not just if you're staying at the W, if you're staying at the W and a ticket holder. So again, it
Correct.
specifically says to ticket holders
Yes.
staying at the W.
So be really careful. If you're staying at a hotel somewhere in walking distance from the W and you go, I'll just walk to the W and hop on that shuttle. They're not going to let you do that. You have to be staying at the W. So figure all that out. And again, the shuttle is going to be leaving from the Renaissance Hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota, which is really close to our hotel, Jeff Paige. I am very happy to announce. So I'm glad that we don't have a long travel.
It was a good call.
And I didn't even know technically they listed what the hotels were, but no offense, but the host hotels are normally a little bit more expensive than some of the other places around just because, the cool things about the host hotels, and it's almost worth the cost of admission, is the fact that a lot of the artists and performers typically stay at those host hotels.
Right.
So you'll run into Dwayne Tudor, you'll run into Liv Warfield or Shelby J, or you'll run into all these people, and that's cool. it is what it is. So anyways, so we'll have shuttle going back and forth and everything, and people are dinging me, so I apparently got to close. Hi Tracy, how are you? So I got to turn off Facebook. You made me turn off Facebook.
You made me turn it off.
You did this. You did this to me.
You did this.
So there's that. So just know that is the transportation situation. You have to go to the Renaissance Hotel. So it'll be a lot of fun. You're going to thoroughly enjoy yourself.
Right.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else that we're going to talk about the outdoor social, the food trucks and the trivia and things like that. But there's going to be some really, really cool stuff that's going on with the outdoor social part of this. There's going to be a huge, one day for one group is going to be like 3 hours that you're going to be on the social in the free area, social area. And there's another, then the next day you'll only be there for an hour. And we'll talk about why that is as we kind of go through. But the outdoor social area is going to be on the Paisley Park lawn. There's going to be a bunch of tents with a bunch of cool entertainment and Diamond the Artist, a bunch of Prince trivia from this group called Trivia Mafia. There's going to be some yard games and some food trucks and things, probably, I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I've never seen them do that, so I'm really interested to see what's going on. As far as your phones are concerned, I know that we've been seeing this. I'm going off script, Jeff Paige. I apologize.
That's fine.
As far as the phones are concerned, I know that you've seen a lot of situations where you can carry your phone. You've been starting to see a lot more photos and videos being taken from people with their phones inside of Paisley Park. They have laxed on that. However, there's going to be some events. Most likely it's going to be the events where Brown Mark is playing or MPG. Those you're going to have to lock up your phones in these things called yonder bags. They're just bags that are just shut. And you can't touch them or do anything. And in order to get them, you have to leave.
You have to put them yonder.
That's right. Your phone goes yonder in the bag. So there's that. All right. So a couple more things to note here before we kind of get moving. I know we have been moving, but before we get into the schedule of things, I need you to open up your phone. First off, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to us. Click on like on this video and subscribe to us. If you're on Facebook, please follow the page. Like and follow the page. Please, absolutely. But subscribe on YouTube, follow. Please make sure that whatever social you're on, please do it. It's important because we can let you know.
Too. Yeah.
Yes, we absolutely.
And it helps us stay up here.
That's right. And the other thing that I would like to share with you, and why didn't I pull this up? Oh, I'll just pull it up now. Is I have set up a website for that you've heard me talk about before, and it is for princecelebration.com. Yes, that's right. princecelebration.com. No crazy spellings of it. It's just princecelebration.com. And it is a cool website. Let me just go ahead and tell you right now. I have done a lot of work setting up all these different places. When you're in Minneapolis, if you happen to be in Minneapolis and not going to the celebration, you can visit this website and it shows you all of the places where you are. Are you able to see my cursor going back and forth?
I do not see. Well,
okay.
Nope.
Okay. So all these bouncing print symbols are essentially locations that you can go to in Minneapolis that you can look to see all these really cool things. So these are all places that you'll want to go while you're in Minneapolis. Everything from the high school that Prince went to, Chaz's home, to Prince's early childhood home, the home of John Nelson, Glam Slam, where Glam Slam Minneapolis used to be, First Avenue, where First Avenue's at. Also, it's also got like all the things like the murals. If you happen to be in a specific area, you can kind of click on an icon and it will show you what's actually there. So you can actually click and it will show you all these different things and where it's all at. So if you happen to be like, say, an area in a specific part of the map, you can just click. It's very, very cool. And what's also very cool is that you guys have seen this spreadsheet that has been floating around with all of these external events that are happening. And I have actually gone through the process of moving it into this section here. So this is very, very cool. You can, all the things that are going on. If you happen to be in Minneapolis right now, you can, like, all the things are in chronological order. Here's everything for May. And then when you go into June, it's got everything for June. And it not only talks a little bit about everything, but you can click on it. It will show you the picture for the event and give you details about the event, what time it is, the location, so you can click on it and get the map. And it has a link for tickets if there's tickets still available. So it's a very, very cool website. And the reason why it doesn't look great on a desktop is primarily because of the fact that I wanted you to be able to take advantage of it on your mobile phone, on your cell phone. So when you're in Minneapolis, you can pull it up on your phone, and it's really easy to scroll through all this stuff and click on it and get details and get tickets and all that stuff. This has been an absolute labor of love. It's been a nightmare to put together, just so we're clear.
But it looks great. I mean, it's fully cell phone friendly. Literally, when you pull up your cell phone, it's just everything is just easy to find and just convenient. The schedule looks like a schedule. You just scroll, you see what you want to see. It's going to make the trip and figuring out where to go so much easier. That's the point. So, enjoy it, use it a lot, because you'll be glad you did, for sure.
Yeah. So
especially all that work you put into it, Chris.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So all that being said, this is at princecelebration.com. You can also get to it from celebrationtrip.com, but princecelebration.com is probably easier to remember. It will forward you to celebrationtrip.com, but princecelebration.com. Just go there. You'll be able to see everything that was painstakingly put together by a lot of people, specifically Bonnie for sure. Bonnie did like a lot of work. Like most of this information that is on here is from Bonnie's hard work. So Bonnie, if you're out there, if you happen to be on this, thank you so thank you. We're not worthy. But I took that information and also put other details and images and things in it as well. And so you can actually click on it, and you don't have to because sometimes that spreadsheet can be a little bit difficult to navigate on your phone. This is so much easier. Right. And we're going to be coming back to this website. Here in a bit.
Which website is it?
princecelebration.com. We will be coming back to this website in just a moment, because we're going to get, So that all being said, all that stuff is on there. If you're planning to go to Minneapolis, you just go to princecelebration.com. That's all there is to it.
That's it.
Cammie, I know I haven't really drawn attention to you, Cammie, because I know you're going through a lot. I know you're going through a bunch of stuff with your mother and everything. We will keep you in your prayers. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, Cammie. I'm not ignoring you whatsoever. And, but I can't, oof. Yeah. Cammie it's just always got it going on. And
Cammie, our hearts always go out to you, for sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I know it just seems like you're not catching a break. Yeah. But hopefully you will. But anyway, so princecelebration.com, that whole website has been updated all the way through the 7th of June. There was a couple things that needed to be corrected on the spreadsheet that were incorrect, and those are fixed on the website. Also, that not to fast forward, but on June 10th, Marshall Charloff was supposed to be at some event, but that ticket link is broken and it's not on Marshall's schedule anymore. So I might have to email or just call Marshall and find out what's going on. But I don't want to fast forward to that. Let's just keep on talking through everything else. And also of note, one last thing before we get right here into the schedule. While we are in Minneapolis, June 1st through the 7th, make sure that you download that Funked Up app. You absolutely positively have to download the Funked Up app. If you, I don't understand. If you don't have it downloaded, why don't you have it downloaded
right.
yet?
What's wrong with you?
It is a 24/7 funk radio station, but it's got two radio stations. It's a 24/7 funk radio stations that plays everything from Ohio Players to Earth, Wind, and Fire to Parliament Funkadelic
to Ozone.
Literally everything is on this radio station. It is 24/7 funk radio station. And we also have a Prince on the 24/7 Prince radio station called Purple Yoda Radio, which we will be changing the name to that radio station at some point.
Right.
But we are changing that. Anyways, we have two radio stations on the Funked Up app. So you simply just go to Apple, go to iTunes or whatever you get or Google Play, wherever you get your apps, and download Funked Up, FUNKEDUP, Funked Up. Download that because it's a 24/7 Prince radio station. And I might add, it's licensed. We are ASCAP licensed. We are paying all the licensing fees. So we're not just doing this the artists are actually getting paid for us playing their music. So everything's legit. Nothing's.
Yeah,
It's all legit.
And it's well done. Again, you see a track, you hear a track you haven't heard before, or something that you want. You can click the actual track and thumb it up, or download it. It'll take you to a link where you can actually download and purchase the track. So all kinds of things. It's really convenient. So,
So we're helping the artists in a variety of different ways. So
yeah, that's right.
So again, as note, on the Purple Yoda Radio, which is the Prince channel of the Funked Up app, I will be pushing out live concerts at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day from June 1st to June 7th. So starting on June 1st all the way through the 7th, with the time that we're in Minneapolis, you'll be able to tune in at 10 and 7 Eastern Time. You'll be able to 10 and 7, and I'm gonna push up a concert. Push up a released concert. You never know what's gonna be up there. So it's gonna be random shows. 10 and 7 every single day, June 1st through 7th. So if you can't make it to Minneapolis, or you can't whatever, we still got a little gift for you. You're going to play a couple live concerts, Prince concerts.
Go take in a show.
Every day. That's correct. So enjoy. All right. Are ready? Let's start.
Let's start.
We kind of already started, but that just seems like a lot of information. Have you seen any questions? I'm like relying on you to look for questions.
The only question that came up. Oh yeah, there was one about uninstalling the old one, and
no,
actually you don't have to uninstall. All you have to do is update. It will overwrite and correct and fix the app, so you'll be in good shape. Just download and you're good.
Yes,
it is an update for you guys who already have it.
Yeah, and when you update, it will change the logo, though. So even though the app is still called Funked Up, it's got a new Purple Yoda Radio logo. So it is. So you're going to be getting all that stuff. It's going to be awesome. All right, let us start. There is nothing happening. We're going to start with Wednesday, June 1st, which is when we arrive. There is nothing happening in regards to the official Paisley Park celebration. But there are some things that you probably want to pay attention to starting on June 1st for sure. Probably the one that, well, technically this is kind of official, is the fact that is the release date of the one and only Prince and the Revolution Live Collector's Edition box set. What? I have brought, I love the fact that we have fixed this audio now and that you can talk over me. I love this. It's just, I love being able to hear you. Anyways, so what's cool about this is that I actually I'm bringing a bigger suitcase so that when I buy this, I can just fit it into my suitcase.
Right, because it's going back with us. Yeah.
I would pre-order it, but I'm not. I'm just going to buy it on site is basically what's going to happen.
For sure.
And if it's not, we can head to, Electric Fetus or Cheapo Records. And that's another thing too. Make sure that you do, if you are a vinyl person, please make sure that you go. You'll probably want to get this at Electric Fetus. I don't know if Cheapo will have it, but if you are a vinyl freak, you need to go to Cheapo Records, CHEAPO, one word, Cheapo Records. It's actually on that PrinceCelebration.com website, but because it has a mural of Prince's vinyl outside their building, but it is by far the best record store in a certain driving distance within Minneapolis. It's just amazing. Nothing bad with Electric Fetus. Electric Fetus just kind of focuses a lot on new stuff and not really too much used stuff, but they do have some really cool things there. A lot of artists will come into Electric Fetus when they release an album and they'll pre-sign a bunch of CDs so you can get like Liv Warfield's new album that's already pre-signed and all this stuff. So there are some cool stuff at Electric Fetus. You should go there. But if you're a vinyl collector, Cheapo Records is where you need to go when you're in Minneapolis. I'm sorry, they're going off kilter. But anyways, this Prince and the Revolution Live, we've been seeing these clips been released. I am so excited. This is coming out. 3 LPs, 2 CDs, plus the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray actually looks like a Blu-ray. I think they can only do so much with this video because of the way it was recorded, the resolution it was recorded. I've never really kind of been able to wrap my head around how you take a video that was recorded in the 80s and clean it up. I don't. Yeah. What are you doing? I don't understand how this works. It seems like there's like a lot of guesswork by the computer to kind of fill in the missing details, but there it is.
There it is.
You better, I mean, if you don't, pick that up. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Andre says he has 2 of the VHSs for sale.
Okay. So you get your VHS, your Blu-ray player, your.
Gloria says live concert, which if you're referring to what we're going to be playing on Purple Yoda Radio, cannot tell you.
Right.
Just have to tune in and see. We're just gonna throw it out. I'm gonna just let the system decide. So, but if you're talking about this is a concert from Syracuse, New York, that happened in '83 or '84. It was '84. But it's amazing, or it's '85. It's not '83. It's '84 or '85. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm sure that our chat area will let us know what that is. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. You need to pick it up. If you don't, we're going to have some problems because I am going to test you. So, but also, yeah, Wednesday, June 1st. That's when Jeff Paige and myself will be arriving in Minneapolis. I think our flight gets in around 2-ish Central Standard Time, I guess. So we'll be there around 2-ish. So if your flight arrives around 2-ish, you know,
we might bump heads.
We might bump heads.
We might.
I think last time I went to Minneapolis, Rob Rhythm was with me, and we were checking in to get a car. We were waiting at the rental car line. And somebody came up and was like, "Hi, Mr. Christopher, how are you?" And Rob was tripping out because he was like, "How do people recognize you?" And they go, "Oh, hi, Rob." And he was like, "Wait, how do they recognize me?" So he was really kind of taken aback by the fact that, we've got lots of friends and family and people that really appreciate what we're doing in Minneapolis. So please, if you see us, please make sure that you say hello.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing all of you.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so let's start with that one there, graphic 00A, or which it's not really labeled on there, but that's okay anymore. But that's all right. The Prince 365 group, this is something that's happening on Wednesday, June 1st. They're doing an event called Play in the Sunshine. They're going to have a bunch of dancing. DJ Dudley D, Prince used to say, DJ Dudley D is like the best. But it was Prince's DJ, and he was also a member of the Funky Ballheads. And he's going to be DJing at Bunkers from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. Again, all times I tell you are Central Standard Time. So 4 to 8 Central Standard Time. They are going to be doing this dance event on the 1st. Again, that's a day event. That's why it's called Play in the Sunshine. It was sold out. But now there are some tickets that showed up. And I think, hold on, let me double check something here. The tickets are $20. And you can still get, apparently you can still get some tickets. Let me put up the address here. Actually, you know what? Don't even bother. Just go to theprincecelebration.com and you can actually go to this day and click on this event. And the link for the tickets are there. Yes. So make sure that you actually go there and, definitely go there. And you can get directions and to Bunkers and ticket links and everything, but there are still tickets to this event. So Prince 365 group, Rodney's a good friend of, he's an active funkotopian. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
The next event, Eric Rogers group, Paisley 5 and Dime, is doing their event at Gluck's. These events are normally pretty fun. I really wish I could go to all these events, but we don't even get back until 2. So if you want to know where Jeff Paige and I will be at, I can tell you where we're going to be at. We're going to be at this one right here. Dun, 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 dun. This is where we'll be. No offense to Rodney or whatever, but we don't even get in until 2. And then once we land, we're going to have to get a rental car, and then we're going to have to go to the hotel. We got to change. We got to figure everything out. And it is what it is. But Rodney's got a few events. We'll be popping in and out as often as we possibly can. But we will be at this one for sure. The Purple Genealogy under the PG Moon. This is going to be the one that we're going to be at. It's at Lifetime Athletic in Eden Prairie. They've got a really cool bar and area with they got some really, really good food there too. Tickets are $31.21. And again, Funkotopia, we will be there. Live broadcasting. Yes. Live broadcasting. It's Purple Genealogy's second annual dance party under the PG Moon. And they're going to be doing, it's going to be DJ Michael Holtz and DJ Willie Adams. And they're going to be moving mountains with Prince jams. They're going to be doing from 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock Central Standard Time again. So you got to make sure that you either, because this is parade themed, you need to wear either a Roaring 20s attire. So I guess, guys just a little bit dapper, or, so Roaring 20s attire or a parade themed outfit. I imagine we'll probably see a lot of clouds,
Right.
or you're purple. So also going to be a ton of Prince prizes that are going to be given away here, being raffled. And from what I'm told, good food, not cheese and crackers, good food. So come out and hang, and a part of the ticket proceeds of this party are going to be donated to the Academy of Prince 2022 summer program for Purple Playground. If you don't know what that is, definitely check out princecelebration.com with a lot of details on that. But they actually help kids, they actually teach kids how to, music, and they just, it's in studio production and all this stuff. And it's a really amazing program. So it is for a charitable scenario. It's $31.21 for tickets. Again, Jeff Paige and myself will be there. We're going to be doing a Funkotopia live broadcast from there. So the complimentary light hors d'oeuvres are going to be there starting at 6, and then the happy hour cocktail prices are between 6 and 7, and then of course they go back to normal pricing at 7 o'clock. But anyway,
make sure you come hang out with us for the broadcast. That's going to be fun. It's
yes,
gonna be a blast. We'll
get there early.
That's
for
right.
sure.
Get there early. Yeah, get there early.
Yeah, we're going to try to get there early. We have to kind of get there early anyway, so we got to do a setup. So
Right.
Because we're going to be doing Funkotopia live from there, and it's going to be fun. We'll have a good time. Also going on June 1st, a salute to the music of Prince live with Chase and Ovation. Not Chase and Ovation. Yeah, it is Chase and Ovation.
Chase and Ovation.
And it's the world premiere Prince tribute show based out of, they're actually based out of Minneapolis. The only one of its kind, Chase and Ovation has been performing exclusively the music of Prince live in concert for the past 15 years, including their decade-long monthly residency at the world-famous Bunkers Music Bar in Minneapolis and at venues all across North America. So they will be playing at Bunkers, and you typically can't pre-buy tickets at Bunkers. You just have to go there and pay at the door. So again, princecelebration.com has all the details on this, and you can kind of see a little bit more about Chase and Ovation. And I think their concerts at I didn't put that time here, but concerts normally start at 9:30 at Bunkers, so there's like 9:30 to 1. I think is really typical. But there's, again, princecelebration.com. You can check out the details there, and you'll be able to see it. All right. So now we go to Thursday, June 2nd, and into the actual days of the Prince celebration at Paisley Park. Again, the last previous broadcast that we did, we had talked about external event. We talked about all the celebration events first, and then we went back, and then we talked about we talked about the external events. Now we're marrying them.
Yeah,
that's what's happening here.
It's all coming together finally.
So Paisley Park released the schedule last night, and that is apparently, and it looks like, is done in groups of 150 people. We'll dive into that in a minute, but there's a group that's like gold 201 to 350, and then there's VIP 0 to, well, VIP is 0 to 50, and 50. like the VIPs are groups of 50, and the general admission is groups of 150. And keep in mind, VIP is sold out. So if you're still on the fence about going to the celebration for some reason, I don't know why, we're a little bit close here. General admission is still available, but I think they're almost sold out. So they could be sold out already. But if you want tickets, you need to get them now and come hang out with us. Come hang out with all these Prince. Let me tell you something. Let me just pause for a second and go off script one more time. If you are a Prince fan, you need to come to these celebrations. If you are a Prince fan that kind of feels like, you know what, I go to work and nobody else likes Prince. My family thinks I'm crazy because I listen to Prince all the time. It's just like, I can't really go. I go to clubs and they're not really playing Prince. You need to come to a celebration because this is, I told you that Prince fans are in a bubble. This is a bubble.
This is the bubble. Come
this
be with
is
the
the
family.
bubble.
This is your Prince, your purple family. This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Celebration is the bubble.
Yeah.
So you get to come into the bubble with all the other Prince fans, and you are nothing but purple love. Everybody is hanging out. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody is decked to the nines. It's just, it's so much fun, and it's just a love fest. Not like that way. This. I'm sure there's probably some debaucherous moments that go on here and there, but for the most part, it's just everybody just being kind and polite and caring and just You know, it's just an amazing, amazing time. If you've never been to a celebration, you really need to go. It's so much fun. And you get to be around Prince fans. You get to geek out on Prince fans, and most likely you're going to be out geeked.
And
so,
you get to be yourself, be who you are. You don't have to fake it, pretend it, and cover anything up and pretend you're some other whatever just to appease anybody else. Just be you. Come out, enjoy it, dance like no one's watching when you want to. Yeah,
that's right.
The whole nine. That's it. So.
Yep. And you just need to,
be there.
It's the festival of the strays of the world.
Festival of Strays.
Festival of the Strays. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you've never been there, you just got to go. So anyways, again, Paisley Park released the schedule, and that's apparently, again, it's done in this groups of 150. But again, tonight, we are putting the official celebration and external events together and kind of marrying, so we, or kind of just to show you how they conflict, if they conflict, and if they don't, then whatever. And of course, like we did with the June 1st events, I will tell you where Jeff Paige and myself will be, if we know, because I think there's some events that we're kind of still on the fence about,
Yeah, and there were some things we couldn't arrange or figure out because we hadn't had the schedule, so we're still,
right.
We're still there.
Yeah, so anyways, let's get into Thursday, June 2nd, because we have one event, actually technically two events, but the second one is kind of working in conjunction with it. Let's just go with this. Yeah. We have one event that is happening externally, and that is this one here, which is, I never know how to pronounce his name. It's Marco Tahart, T''HRT, Marco Tahart. But he's the artist from 9t99art.com. 1999art.com is basically what it is, but it's the number 9t99art.com. He's going to be showcasing his artwork at Solar Arts from 5 until 9 Central Standard Time again, 5 to 9 Central Standard Time, and his beautiful Prince-inspired works will be on display. It's really kind of cool. What I really like about his artwork is that it's like it shows a lot, but it's got not a lot of detail, which is really interesting. How I've never seen stuff like this. But there's also an important note to remember when we get it again, Central Standard Time. Just please remember 5 to 9 Central Standard Time. So this is an example of his work right here. It's just so you're probably that guy. You will have the opportunity to. This is obviously the one of some things that he did with Vanity 6, but he's got a bunch of different Prince artworks too. But you probably recognize his artwork now. But you're going to have the opportunity to purchase his work as well as the works of many talented Minneapolis artists in that studio space. There will also be Stone DJ Eddie SZA Hands. That's going to be spinning the best Prince music with Terry Jackson on percussion. And again, that event is from 5 to 9. Now this conflicts a little bit with the mural unveiling, but not much.
Right.
I mean, because technically, if you do go to this event right when it starts at 5 o'clock, maybe spend an hour or so there, you can then head to the area where the mural is, and it's about a 10 to 15 minute drive away. It's on the other side of the river, but it's about a 15-minute drive away. So you could technically go here maybe from 5 to 6 and then jet over to the mural event. But you got to be, there's some.
You can work it out. You figure it out. Yeah.
You'll figure it out. All right. So switching to the next image there. So now in regards to the celebration activities, the only thing for June 2nd that is happening in regards to celebration is the mural unveiling and the W launch party, where we will all be going into downtown Minneapolis. And it's about a block away from First Avenue in order to witness the unveiling of this new Prince mural. Now, I think in the previous one, I said it's right across the street from First Avenue, and it's not. I thought that you be First Avenue, and then I thought that I remember. I must be getting this confused with another parking deck wall that's very, very similar. It's across the street, but it's a block away from First Avenue. So if you're at First Avenue with First Avenue behind you, you're going to turn to your left towards the Prince Star. The Prince Star is on the left-hand side, just so you know. And you can just kind of go down there about a block, and that's where the mural is going to be unveiled. And so it begins in downtown Minneapolis, a block away from First Avenue, where hundreds of legendary bands have played. And a large portion of Purple Rain was shot right there. And it's going to happen on the corner of First Avenue and 8th Street. Mm-hmm. And they're going to unveil a brand new Prince mural that will be on the large wall right next to parking deck A. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm actually surprised that we've got people that keep on posting updates on this.
It's exposed. Yeah. You'd think an unveiling is you don't see it until it's time.
It's so the artist Hiro Vega, or Hiro Vega, I think is how you pronounce this. I think it's Hiro Vega. It's not here. Yeah. Hiro Vega. He started working on this on May 16th, and various people have been snapping pictures showing his progress as he's kind of been going. And I'm just not a fan of that. I just said, please stop posting photos. I want to go to the mural. If you're not going to the mural unveiling, I see why this is attracted to you. But if I see that somebody's posting an update, I quickly change it. I don't look at it and say, oh, what's he doing? Right. I want to be surprised. I want to take it in as part of the event, and so I just
make the moment the moment. That's the point of it. And it's an unveiling. It's not an unveiling if we're seeing it happen. It's a build.
Right. That's the most important part. So I mean, the group putting it together is a group by the name of Crown Our Prince Project, and you can find out more information about them at crownourprince.com. And if you get an opportunity to visit that website, you should check it out, because it is literally a circus that making this mural happen. I mean, it's just a circus. So it's going to be a big block party, a huge block party. That's not even to have anything to do with the celebration. The unveiling is part of this, but it's just anyways, Crown Our Prince is doing a big block party for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a celebration ticket holder or not. It's for everybody. It's going to be happening from 7 until 10. And so they kind of talk a little bit about the mural and whatnot. And I'm actually going to share a video that they actually shared of the, I guess it's of the event, but let me share this video here real quick. So this actually shows kind of things they have going on. DJ Mickey Breeze. Dr. Mambo's Combo is going to be there. Chantel Sings is going to be there. Walter Q-Bear Banks. Food, music. And it's free. It's open to the public, and those are all the sponsors and whatnot. So that is I'm hoping that we don't get shut down with any of these videos and stuff, the music that's playing, because there's a couple
but you think that was free, that was open source music or whatever, royalty free or something. But
so Crown Our Prince did release a timeline. I'm going to put up that timeline. So looking at the timeline of what's going on here, I think there was a little bit of a question as to when the mural unveiling was going to happen, but here is the timeline they kind of released. 7 p.m. DJ Mickey Breeze is going to be there. 8 p.m. Dr. Mambo's Combo is going to be there. For those who don't know who Dr. Mambo's Combo is, that is Sonny Thompson's band, and he's actually going to be, there's always like people that come in that band, and sometimes Levi will sit in, and sometimes it just depends. But Sonny is seems to be always there. And I'm assuming that right there at 9 p.m. is when this unveiling is going to happen, where it says Crown Our Prince and they've got a purple light show. That's probably where the mural is going to be, because they didn't specifically say the mural's happening right here.
Right.
So it's an assumption that is where it's going to be. Then it's going to take about 15 minutes, I guess, and then they're going to continue the party at 9:15, and then then of course the block party ends. Audrey's like, it's not Sonny's band, but he's always there.
Right. He's always there.
He's always there. It's like, might as well be Sonny's band. I know. I know. Audrey's
he's always in their hair.
Audrey's always making sure that she's my live autocorrect. She's like, shut the hell up. That's not right. So I know sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about.
You lie. You lie, Chris. You lie. Do you lie?
Do you lie? So meanwhile,
sorry.
I can do the echo. Meanwhile, at the event at the W, there will be signature cocktails and a photo op for what they've indicated as a one-of-a-kind photo experience. So, so here's actually a picture of the outside of Fauché. Go back to that one again. Yep. And this is like a bunch of cool internal. This is where the party is going to be. We can't really zoom in. I couldn't really find a bunch of really good photos, but this is a good collage that I found that is really cool inside of what the Fauché is. So when you're done with the mural unveiling, you come over here to the W, and it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be awesome. So Andre keeps saying links. Just go to princecelebration.com and you'll be able to go to links for all of this stuff. I can't just be pushing out links. But yeah, W is really, really cool. Now you can switch over to that next image because it showcases the fact that DJ Linka Paris is going to be DJing that event for everyone to get their dance on. And if you are a VIP ticket holder, now this is for everybody, both general admission and also VIP ticket holders. Everybody gets to go to this party. And let me backtrack just for a second, because remember I said that on Thursday, which was the second, you have to go to get your credentials in order to get in, and you have to show your COVID vaccination card or proof that you were negative within 72 hours. And if you didn't get it at the Renaissance Hotel or at the W Hotel between 10 and 6 on Thursday, then you'll have to pick up your credentials here at the W. And that could be a little bit of a nightmare. So if you get an opportunity, if you're showing up late, your flight comes in late, there's nothing really much you can do. But the reality of it is that you can get your credentials here if you missed it. But anyways, if you are a VIP ticket holder at this W event, you get an exclusive access to the second floor balcony, which in that collage, that was probably that balcony that we were looking up at. So you get to throw things out at the people on the floor. Maybe drop a drink, heard their little spill. Oops. Anybody want a cherry? Cherry.
Show me your boobs. Sorry.
There will be no beads handled out.
Mardi Gras.
It's not Mardi Gras. So you'll get access if you were VIP, second floor balcony and VIP private lounge. So you'll also be able to view personal artifacts from Paisley Park and the Prince collection. Plus, VIP guests also get light appetizers, their first drink, and a commemorative gift at this event. So that's actually pretty cool. On the email that Paisley Park had sent out, verbatim, it says, upon arriving at the W Hotel, your credentials will be your admission to this party. So you have to bring, don't forget to bring your credentials to the mural unveiling. Keep it in your pocket or your purse or whatever, because you're going to need it to get into the W Hotel. This is your credentials will be your admission to the party. One of Prince's personal DJs, DJ Linka Paris, will be providing a funky soundtrack to your evening. And as a special treat, Robert Whitman, who is well known for his photos of Prince pre-fame, will be in attendance with some of his works on display. Now, some of you may not recognize him, but this photo may help you recognize him. This is actually one of the photos that he took. You may recognize Whitman's photos of Prince in front of the Schmidt Music Mural, which is across the street from the party. And our VIP ticket holders will actually get a chance to hear from Whitman in an exclusive Q&A that evening. And again, transportation to and from this event is your responsibility. So that last sentence is really pretty important because, and maybe worth noting for consideration here, just for your planning. I captured this image to show how far the W is away from where the mural is. Up on the top part of this right here, just so we're clear, this is where the mural is. As you can see here, if you're in a car, it's only going to take you 3 minutes to get from there to there. It won't, because this whole street will be shut down for that mural unveiling, I guarantee. So you're not going to be able to get around. So this is going to be tricky because, as you can see, that is what the mural unveiling is being. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 6 blocks. I mean, if you count, that's about 6 blocks. No matter how you get there, that's going to be 6 blocks.
That's a lot of blockage.
So good thing it's not an artery.
Right.
So here's the thing, and the reason why I want to bring this up, because that's the point of us doing this show tonight, is to kind of help you kind of plan things out in your head as you're going. And as O will tell you, please be careful parking. They will tow you. So you may have to figure out something else here. And I don't know what it is. I think we have a Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Prince Celebration that you can join for free. It's not that big of a deal. And we'll kind of share with you what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be doing it, because there may be a way that maybe you can, maybe park at a hotel or park somewhere like a few blocks away. Because here's the other thing with this. First off, you're not going to want to get in a car once you're at the Prince mural and then walk 6 to 8 blocks or how much this shakes out. The reason why I say 6 to 8 is because some of these blocks are long and some of them are short and some of them go around bends and stuff. So, anyways, you're going to want to walk from the mural to the W. But here's the other thing. If you park close to the mural, then that means you're done at the W hotel, that means you've got to walk back at 1 o'clock in the morning, at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. You got to walk all the way back to where the mural is. Now, the mural is actually on a parking deck. So technically you could park there and you'd have really quick access to the mural for sure. But then you're going to have to walk back from the W back to that parking deck. Maybe there's a parking deck somewhere. I don't know about how this is, but there may be, like, I see this one that's right in the middle there that says LaSalle Plaza Parking Garage. Maybe that one in the middle is a better option. So that way you park there in the middle in the parking garage, and then you walk a couple blocks to the mural unveiling, or you walk a couple blocks to the W, and then when you're done, you walk a couple blocks. It's a lot.
Yeah, plan accordingly. That's the thing. Just really, really think it through, because it's not.
Yeah, there's a couple options. If you want to drive down there, Chiari is saying, I was thinking about taking the light rail. So there is a light rail that can drop you off. But again, once you're at the W at 1 o'clock in the morning, you still got to get back on a bus or figure out a way to get back to the light rail, which may be a couple blocks walk to the next stop. So maybe it's best to park at a parking deck that's somewhere in the middle of these two, so that you don't put yourself, especially if you're a female, putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Minneapolis downtown is relatively, you're not.
I'm not taking risks. Look, just don't take any unnecessary risks. That's the point.
Or if you're not alpha males like Jeff Paige or myself,
right?
Then
I'm an alpha male, but I'm still not messing around.
Are you now? Okay. All right. So yeah, I just so basically, Minneapolis is not that bad for downtown, but it definitely has changed over the years, especially post George Floyd. It's just been a different vibe now. It's kind of cooled off, but it's still a tough. It's still 1 o'clock in the morning. Any downtown area is tough.
Right.
That's just all there is to it. And Chiari had to make the point. Parking ramps might be super expensive. They could be, but
yeah.
I would imagine they're probably going to somewhere around the $20 mark, somewhere probably where they're going to be.
Yeah, anywhere in 2025. I mean, think of it as event parking. Just expect things to be treated like in wherever city you are. When there's event parking, the price of everything goes up. So think that way. Just have that in your brain, and that's it.
It's just like any downtown area. It's just all there is to it. Any downtown area. I mean, we both live in Atlanta or outside of Atlanta, and Atlanta is just not a downtown you want to walk around. I mean, there's some areas that are okay, but just
depends on what you're looking for.
Play it out. Decide what you're gonna do. Anyway, that's there. So all right, yay! We get to move to Friday, June 3rd. So that was Thursday, June 2nd. Now we move to Friday, June 3rd. And the celebration continues Friday morning with what Paisley Park is calling a full day of activity that showcases a variety of people Prince has worked with through his career. This day will also feature Q&As with artists who work closely with Prince, including his former wife and MPG dancer Maite Garcia, longtime photographer Randy St. Nicholas, collaborating in Purple Rain co-star Jill Jones, longtime Paisley Park Studios engineers Tom Garneau, and many others, but not Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
But not Carmen Electra. So this is where things get a little bit crazy as far as how these things are grouped out. So I want to show you a schedule. This is the gold schedule. 201 through 350. So I want to show you how this is kind of sketched out. So in case people have not, the only difference between they're doing groups of, I guess maybe the first group, maybe the first, I think we may actually be the first group because they're doing it in groups of 150 is essentially, I want to say, I'll have to go on their line, but I want to say it's a groups of 150. Mm-hmm. So the schedules are exactly the same for gold, no matter what group you're in. Well, there's some truth to that and some not truth to that.
Right.
We'll talk about this. And VIP. The only difference between VIP and general admission is that VIP's welcome starts at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. It's
so, well, I mean, Audrey's saying groups of 50. Audrey's saying groups of 50, but this is showing number 201 through 350, and these are based on when you bought tickets. These are based on ticket sales. So 201 to 350, that's basically 150 people.
Well, considering that it does imply that you're going to have your own individual person per group. Groups of 50, they may just have a bunch of groups of, they may be able to do it that way. 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, whatever. It's easier.
Right. Well, each one of the VIP groups matches with a gold group. So like gold 201, 350, there is a VIP group that will have the same exact schedule as this one. However, there's slight differences with VIP. For instance, for the gold group here, their welcome starts at 11 o'clock, again, Central Standard Time. Mm-hmm. VIP's welcome time starts at 9 a.m. So like on this day, they have an audio playback with Chris James. So they get to go into the studio with Chris James and hear some never before heard audio. Mm-hmm. So their welcome is at 9, and then that happens from like 9:30 to 10. And I think there's also some other, also a little bit of other things that they kind of get. And then of course, then this group comes in at 11 o'clock, and they kind of start from there. So you need to check the schedule specifically for your group. The things that remain consistent here on Friday and Saturday are the appearance of Jill Jones, the appearance of Tom Garneau, and the appearance, the dance party, and Brown Mark and the Bad Boys of Paisley. So those are the things that stay consistent. So one of the things is, like for instance, in this particular case, to kind of talk through this just a little bit, we're only doing the free. This group right here does free time in the morning from 11:05 to 12.
I like free time.
Me too. It's like recess for adults.
It's like recess for adults. Yes.
But they're doing the museum experience between 12 and 1:15, and then they're doing the beautiful collection between 5:30 and 6:15. The other general admission group does not have those two things. Their free time goes from 11 until 2:30 or something like that. And so that extra time that we're doing in the beautiful collection and the museum experience is flipped tomorrow. So tomorrow they do the museum experience and the beautiful collection, and our free time goes from 11 to 2:30 or something like that. So, and again, the only difference being that VIP goes in the morning at 9 o'clock. But you need to make sure that, you check your schedule to see where it's everything at. If you're general admission, you're going to get there at 11 o'clock, no matter what. Right. I'm pretty sure from everything I've seen, if you're general admission, you're going to get there at 11 o'clock. But your free time is a little bit different. And when you do a Q&A with Jill Jones and Tom Garneau is different also. Not to cheat or anything, but last time when Jesse Johnson was there, I stayed for the Jesse Johnson Q&A. And then when it was time to switch to go to another thing, I stayed where I was, and I just watched Jesse Johnson again because I knew he wasn't going to answer the same questions. There were some things that were similar, but most of the stuff was not. I took notes on all that stuff too. But anyways, so speaking of which, on the you can go to the next thing there, the Brown Mark and Bad Boys of Paisley thing. On this thing, they show Brown Mark featuring members of Maserati. and go back to the schedule. The schedule shows Brown Mark and the Bad Space Boys, BOYS, of Paisley. That's not how Brown Mark spells it. It's Brown Mark and the Bad Boys, one word, BADBOYZ, of Paisley. But on the schedule, it shows Bad Boys, like bad boys, what you gonna do? It doesn't really matter. The Maserati part of this is just a naming convention issue. I thought that was kind of a little strange, so I did call Brown Mark earlier today, and it's all good. He said, rest assured that the Maserati cuts and Prince cuts are going to happen. It's just a naming convention thing, but it's listed as Brown Mark and the Bad Boys of Paisley. There's going to be members of Maserati there. They're going to be doing Maserati music. He's already told me the songs, a couple of the songs that they're going to play. I was like, because I requested one, and he was like, yep, that's in there, and so is this and this, but I'm not going to tell you because you need to be surprised. Anyways, but Paisley Park, it's Bad Boys, one word, BADBOYZ, of Paisley Park. Just so we're clear.
They should have just had you proof it ahead of time.
Not Bad Boys. It's just, anyways. All right. Going back to the schedule. For the other stuff, there are some things that are jumping around. For instance, again, the schedule shows that free time hours, and while some groups have 3 hours of free time, the other general admission group has 3 hours of free time. We don't, because we're doing the museum experience, a beautiful collection. Looking at the script, I kind of got ahead of myself on the last time. But anyways, those are the main tour components that are bouncing around from schedule to schedule, and also the timing, because Jill Jones will do 2 Q&A sessions, and so will Tom Garneau, but they will be done at different times depending on your group. However, on this schedule, if you look a little bit down, right where that says a 6:15 to 8 p.m. break, you should just go. You should just leave, or you can either go. I'm not sure if you can just go to the social area, or you can just leave and go do dinner somewhere else, wherever you wanted to go. But when you come back, doors will open, and then most likely you probably won't go anywhere. But then 9:30 to 11 o'clock, you're going to have Brown Mark and the Bad Boys of Paisley. Bad Boys of, oh my gosh, my light's going. Bad Boys of Paisley. I've got a bad light here. And then the DJ dance party from 11 to 2. And those things are happening with all groups. VIP, both, whatever. It's whatever thing. The museum, Randy says, what is the museum experience? Most of it is artwork from Randy St. Nicholas, and I think we actually have a little bit of a video that I'll play from her. They're showcasing, I think, photography. There may be some other things built into it, but as far as I remember, folks, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will. I believe the museum experience is the artwork or the photography of Randy St. Nicholas. No, the shoes is actually different. The shoes is the beautiful experience. The beautiful experience is the shoes. Randy's stuff is the museum experience, I believe. But I think there's also like a partial tour thing in there too. So I don't know. You guys can correct me on that.
I think we need Audrey.
Revolution Kristen Mark mentioned he's going to re-releasing the first Maserati album. The answer is yes. Not only those, but also this is way off base. Not only that, but he's also I talked to him about this a couple years ago. But there's also going to be a release of his first 2 solo albums as well. So all this stuff is going to be remastered and put back out. But I'm sure with Maserati, there's extra hoops of fire to jump through. To make this, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, right. So as far as that social part of things, let me play you this little video that they released regarding the social, and I'm going to have to be real careful about this audio right out of the gate. But let's. So this is actually the Celebration 22 outdoor social that he's done. I absolutely positively have to talk over this or not, or they're going to.
We're going to be in trouble.
We're going to be in trouble, and then we're going to have issues with Facebook. And that's a really short video, anyways. But anyways, I'm going to play it without the audio. But Celebration 2022, outdoor social. They don't really show exactly how this is going to be set up, but it's food trucks, lawn games, trivia prizes, and more. And then they show that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So there's that social video. So there may be some concerns about hanging out with friends and whatnot. I saw it happen. There was some talk in facebook.com/group/Prince Celebration, which is our channel. There's another one called Celebration Off the Tracks that I'm also a member of. But on Prince Celebration, I heard that somebody said, I bought 2 tickets and they're on one schedule and I'm on the other. And what happened is that depending on when you bought your ticket, they put you in groups. So on Paisley Park's email, this is what they said. They said, we have created custom schedules for every guest so that each ticket holder can experience Celebration 22 to its fullest. Our numerical system is simply based on when you purchased your tickets and is indicated on your assigned badge, which will be provided at Credential pickup. These badge assignments are important to not exceed capacity in any space and to allow equal time for each experience. If you and your friends are in different groups, you can rest assured that much of your time for celebration will be mixed as a large group, and there's plenty of time to connect with all of your friends, new and old. We have a full record of badge assignments, so if you at any point need to ensure which group you are with, don't hesitate to ask one of the Paisley Park staff members. When you pick up your credentials, there will be a full schedule as well as a portable Friday and Saturday card that you can carry with you during your time at Paisley Park. Please review carefully to begin to understand the flow of your weekend and to plan accordingly. Actually, talk just for a second, Jeff. I'm gonna give you an example of what this looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the point is they're trying to make sure everyone understands that you're going to be well taken care of. That's the point. They already know that some people are not going to be with each other. Obviously, they've already seen, oh, this person bought tickets with that person. Once they remember, a lot of people were emailed to fill out forms and mention names and all those things. So I'm sure they are fully aware that people aren't with people. It's okay. They're aware, and they made it aware in this email. So yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't freak out.
So the other thing too is that, so if you purchased in 2 tickets and the 2 of you are on different things, it's because if the group ended at 50 and then the new group started at 51, that means that you bought ticket 50 and 51.
Right.
My guess is that you probably will be able to go and say, and maybe throw a fit. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
you should be able to act. You should be able to act accordingly and maybe get them to do. But it's just they're doing a really, really good job at accommodating things. This is one from Celebration 2019, and this is basically what they look like. And then on the back is what the schedule was. So this is kind of, so this kind of showed you what the schedule was for meal breaks, and then with the Revolution, this was the Revolution concert, and Bob. So it just you're essentially going to be wearing this, and then if you want to have any questions about what's happening, you just simply just look, and then this card that's in the back has Friday on one side and Saturday on the other, or whatever it normally is. So that's what it's going to be, and when you get it, that's what it will look like. Mm-hmm. There's a question from Pam that says, I asked if there are going to be any vegan, vegetarian options. They have not answered my questions. I can tell you there will be vegan, vegetarian options. And the reason why I know this is because every celebration up to this point has only been vegan, vegetarian options. So I'm pretty confident that the Paisley Park kitchen typically will do stuff like they did, I think 2018, 2019, it was like mac and cheese and pancakes. So if you're a really hardcore, what's the meat eater? Pescatarian? Is that what it is?
One of the Tarians.
It's like, if you're a meat eater, you're probably going to be out of sorts because most of the stuff is going to be vegan and vegetarian options. That's just typical. However, with this food truck scenario, this is different. I think with the food, I think with the food truck scenario, it's they're going to have options. You're going to have a vegan option, and then you're going to have, and you're going to have meat options like Philly steaks, whatever else.
But if you're not, just use your imagination.
Yeah, there will. I am 95% confident there will be vegan and vegetarian options at the food truck, just because of the way that is what Prince They really went all in on that in previous celebrations, and I can't imagine that they're going to not honor that Princess Wishes, and they're going to kind of go outside of the, outside of that. So just expect that, yes, there'll be options for both. So, okay. So let's pull that. Was this the? I don't know if we need to pull that schedule back up, but and again, in relation to Friday, Jill Jones and Tony's panels bounce around time-wise, but they happen on Friday, and they are only here on this day. So they'll be doing. Jill Jones will probably do 2 Q&As, and Tony will be do Q&As. One for the VIP and general admission group A, and one for VIP. But the stuff that happens after the dance party and the concert, there's only one of those, which was different from previous celebrations because they did concerts. Like Sheila E. did 2 concerts. The Revolution did 2 concerts. They would do one for one group and one for another group. But the one that typically got the evening shows are the ones that got the best because they didn't have to stop. It's kind of like there was nothing on the other side of it, so they could go longer. But luckily that's not what this is. Everybody's going to this concert, so it's going to be awesome. So the schedule is packed. This is what I found really, really interesting. Might as well just pull up that schedule. The schedule is packed from 11 a.m. until 2 a.m. That's crazy. So essentially, I mean, even if you look at this right here, you get there at 11 o'clock, and there's not like anything like, oh, well, here's like 5 hours or here's like a few hours I can go and I can, go do something else. It's nothing. You're essentially doing a little bit of free time at this social for an hour on this day. This is Friday, June 3rd. I know this is not the Saturday schedule, and then you have, and then from 12 to 1:15, you're doing the museum experience. You're doing lunch from 1:15 to 3. I guess that's kind of a long ass lunch.
You've got the 6:15. That's really the only break. 6:15 to 8. That's going to be the only time you're going to get to go home or run somewhere and change. Maybe, who knows?
And even if you can do, I mean, they're going to have shuttle. I am wondering if they're going to have shuttle buses that are going to be taking you back to the Renaissance House Hotel, so you can go and freshen up and change and maybe come back. Because that's only an hour and 45 minutes. So you're going to have to get on a shuttle bus, and you're going to have to make that happen and go pow, 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 and then go and then come back and then get back to the Renaissance. And if you get to go back to the hotel to change and do whatever, it's got to be quick, because you got to think it's going to be at least like 30 to 45 minutes just for the transportation part of it, getting there and then getting back. And that's an hour and a half. And I don't see how this is. I don't know. I think you're not going to be able to go anywhere.
Well,
I think you might just go to the social area and then get something to eat and then hang out and then go back. Actually, technically,
just keep in mind the doors open at 8, but the show's not going on then. So you really
right?
Need
Yeah. The concert's not till 9:30. That's right. So you have 3-hour window right there. You're right. 3-hour window right there from 6:15 to 9:30 before the concert starts to actually maybe go back to the hotel, change clothes, and then come back. So
there's your window.
You're right. There's your window. Correct.
There's your bathroom break.
Yes, they do have bathrooms there too. It's very interesting. Anyways, so, but the schedule is packed. It's just
it really
so.
is.
As far as external events concerned, it absolutely conflicts with any external events that are happening here on June 3rd. However, if you are not going to the celebration, there is plenty to do. So let's start and talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on outside of the celebration, just in case you're one of those individuals. Because even if you don't go to the celebration, you got plenty of stuff to do. The first external event is called the Edina Art Fair. Is it Edina or Edina?
I think it's Edina.
The Edina, or let's go with Edina. The Edina Art Fair, which is actually a great art fair for people who love art. There's like tons of artists, and it happens from 10 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night, Central Standard Time. Reiterate, Central Standard Time. And it's a really, really big arts and crafts event. I almost slipped. Whenever Jaden whenever she does arts and crafts, I always call it farts and craps, and she hates that. It's just, so you want to go to the farts and craps store? And she's like, it's arts and crafts. I'm like, yeah, farts and craps. That's what I said. But it's a really big arts and craft event that's happening. And if you love some of that crafty, and it's just your type, and you want to go hear your arts and crafts event, it's really, really cool. The other event, which is very Prince related, because that Edina Art Fair is not Prince related, but yeah. So this event, the Uptown Purple Music All Night with DJ Dudley D, Espada, and Mike 2600 at the Grenada Theater. It's $20, and it's a bunch of Prince music. Again, if you want more information about tickets, go to princecelebration.com. That's princecelebration.com. You can go to the event section and scroll down, and just directions are there for all that stuff. You can click on get tickets. And the events at Paisley Park with the dance party don't end until 1 o'clock in the morning. So this event absolutely conflicts, because this event goes from 9 o'clock until 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you have to choose one or the other. Either you're feeling this. Well, you're also going to miss the concert too with Brown Mark and the Bad Boys of Paisley. So you don't just, it's just a thing. So my guess is that if you're at the celebration, you're most likely not going to be at this event. But if you're not, this is so cool, because if you have tickets to the celebration, you don't want to miss the Brown Mark concert, because there's only one of 2 live music events that they're having there. So you just can't miss it, because that goes from 9:30 to 11. And but again, if you're not going to the celebration at all, this is a no-brainer.
Right.
And lastly, for Friday, June 3rd, the Prince 365 group is doing their Return of Perkins event that goes from 11 until 4 Central Standard Time. Leave it to Rodney. 11 to 4 Central Standard Time. This is where they party at the location that used to be Perkins Pancake House with Prince's DJ Lenka Paris until 4 o'clock in the morning. So the same DJ that's going to be doing the launch party, she's going to be at this smaller event. And as I mentioned, it used to be a Perkins Pancake House, but now it's the Chanhassen Brewing Company. And also reach out to Rodney and the crew via princecelebration.com, because I think this may be sold out, but he will do a full count. He said he was going to be doing a full count, and that, he said, says currently sold out. I will check the numbers to see if we have all the tickets at the door, or we will take tickets at the door. So I would just reach out. If you know Rodney, just give it a shot, because that's, Jeff Paige and I probably will be making an appearance here afterward. It just depends on how the night goes, how worn out we are. Right. We need to make an appearance at multiple Rodney events for sure, because it's just, but as long as we can still walk after dancing for hours, then, maybe we'll make a pop in here. But because this goes on until 4 o'clock in the morning. All right. I can't believe this, but we're only on Saturday, June 4th right now. So we're moving on to Saturday. So that was all the things on Friday, June 3rd. Now we're moving to Saturday, June 4th. If you are not going to the celebration, you're going to have tons of stuff to do. But one thing I can tell you that you probably will want to go to, it's a pretty cool event that's happening in Henderson, Minnesota, which is where some of the That Ain't Lake Minnetonka scenes were shot. They have an entire day of events going on in Henderson called Prince Fest. It's put on pretty much every year. I mean, they didn't do it during the pandemic, or I think the year after that, but it's put on every year by the Prince Legacy Henderson Project. And this is a town that features the bronze statue of Prince, a bench, a lot of murals. There's it's really cool stuff. It's a small town. It's very quaint. It's very quiet, but a few times a year they host these Prince themed events, and this is one of them. Along with the festivities, there are a lot of cool places, including an antique store that's in the middle of that town called Heart of Henderson, in the heart of Henderson. It used to be a bank, but inside of this bank, they have a vault like they do at most banks, but they didn't take the vault out when they turned it into this antique store. Instead, they opened up the vault and they turned it into this, I guess it's like an Etsy explosion. It's like they have official Prince merchandise there, but they also have all this stuff that was done by artists, like Prince Christmas ornaments, really cool shirts and hats and just all kinds of really amazing, cool artwork. Mary Johnson's artwork, her sketches are up there. They have all their stuff. If you love some of that independent artwork and some of those independent crafts and stuff that are around Prince, like the Prince koozies and all this stuff, this is absolutely the place to be. It is such a cool little shop, and it's a really cool antique shop too, because you can it's really got some nice, quirky, antiques that are really inexpensive. It's like, you'll see, like I saw this antique cuckoo clock that they had hanging on the wall, and it was like the one that had like the Switzerland people that kind of went in and out with the little,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I was just like, oh my gosh, I was like, I wonder how much that cost, because it looked like it was from like the 1800s or whatever. And I flipped it over, looked at the tag, it was $25. I was like, what is this antique store that actually has pricing that is normal?
Reasonable.
It's crazy.
Like, wow.
It's like insanely. Everything there was reasonable, and like it's a very, very cool antique store. It's got a lot of Prince stuff. I mean, a lot of Prince stuff. Definitely visit that antique store if you go to Henderson. It's called Heart of Henderson, and obviously, if you're in the celebration, you're not going to have an opportunity to go to this. But what I can tell you is that Sunday, if you're not VIP, you'll have an opportunity to go, because they're also doing a little something on Sunday, and that store is still open. But you're going to miss Prince Fest, which is happening this day on the 4th. Anyways, this event is a celebration of Prince. They will have live music and artist Moises Suriel at the Prince Memorial in Heart of Henderson on Saturday, June 4th, starting at 12 noon. He will be unveiling his latest addition to the memorial, an indoor mural. And he will also be selling and signing some of his Prince artworks. And on Saturday, Alan Ballou, with his book Before the Rain, which we've talked about on this show before, he's actually going to be there on Saturday too, signing and selling copies of his book as well. Nice. So you got all this stuff going on in Henderson. A Prince Fest is going to be a lot of Prince folks going in and out that are not part of the celebration. This is probably where they'll be. Also, if that's not enough, right. Johnny Rogers will be singing a tribute to Prince at the Heart of Henderson as well, immediately following the unveiling of that indoor mural from Moises. So a lot of stuff going on in Henderson. If you're not part of that or not going to the celebration and you happen to be in Minneapolis, get in a car and make that drive to Henderson. Do not Lyft or Uber there. It's like about a 45-minute drive or so. Maybe a little bit closer to an hour, but it's worth the drive because it's great out there. The air is crisp. It's this cute little town like you would see in like a Lifetime movie or something, or in one of the Hallmark movies. This is like this really cool, quaint little town, but it's got a lot of Prince history there. It's a lot of Prince history there. Oh, here's another thing I can tell you too. If you're not going to the celebration, go to the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Prince Celebration, because there's also a couple, and we didn't include this in here, but there's also a couple of tour groups that not only do tours of Henderson and will take you to the Lake Minnetonka where they shot different scenes from Purple Rain, but there are also some that will do like a full-blown tour of Minneapolis and the surrounding area of tours. So there's tours that are available if you're not going to the celebration, or on the days when you're not doing the celebration. You should get it, because there's so many really cool tours, and a lot of them are, doing, I guess, promotional stuff on the Facebook group there. So definitely check it out. All right. So now that's a big one that's happening on that day. That's not celebration related. So now back to the celebration at Paisley Park, assuming that's where most of you will be. Let's go ahead and put up that example of the schedule for Saturday. So you'll be able to see that this is the schedule for Saturday. Again, same exact situation as before. It's a tad different again. The VIPs will come in there at 9 o'clock, and from 9:30 to 10:30, they're going to actually get some audio playback, this time with Joshua Welton, husband of Hannah Welton, drummer for Third Eye Girl, in case you're trying to put names together. But Joshua Welton also did a lot of the production work on. He did some work on artificial age, but most of it was on the Hit and Run Phase 1 and Hit and Run Phase 2 album. I think Phase 2 was the one that he was kind of all in that one, but he's going to actually give you a good bit of audio playback if you are a VIP from 9:30 to 10:30 on this day, but you're not seeing that on this schedule because this is the general admission schedule.
Right.
And as you can see, this group on this day this is the same group, but the next day, this time they have a 3-hour free time section where the folks who had 3 hours yesterday will do the museum tour and the beautiful experience tour. And speaking of the beautiful experience tour, I will share that video that they just released about the shoes. I probably will have to mute it, but let's see if I can pull this up here.
Oh, yeah.
So this is actually the beautiful experience. This is where they're doing the shoe tour, where they're kind of walking through and they're showing all the shoes that he wore and whatnot. So this is all happening as part of the beautiful experience, which that's this group that we're talking about. This, if you're in this group, you're going to actually, I'm going to mute it just in case, but you're going to see all these shoes. Look at this display. This is just ridiculous. It's just insane. Did you see the speaker? I hope this is look at the speakers on the bottom of this. I hope this is all blasting out music and like vibrating my ankles. I mean, I just want to freaking hear this, but look at all these freaking shoes. This is insane. That's the beautiful experience. Wow. This is, this is insane. So that's the beautiful experience. This general group, if you go back to the that schedule again, if you're not in this particular general admission group, you're gonna get to do this today, on this day, Saturday, June 4th. But if you're in this group, you're doing this on Friday. You're doing both the museum tour and then you're doing that shoe tour. But same exact scenario also with the scenario to Friday. This time, Maite and Randy St. Nicholas will be the ones doing the panels. So they'll do it twice, once for this group and once for the other group. They'll kind of bounce around at times. And but this day is for these two. And actually, since we're talking about Randy St. Nicholas, Paisley Park also did they also did a video for Randy stuff too. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys as well. This was something that they just released as well. I may have to mute this real quick, but let's. So this is some of that doesn't even look like him. It's such a weird look on his face on that particular photo. But this is actually showcasing some of the stuff. If you go to facebook.com/official Paisley Park, you'll be able to see this with the audio, whatever. I don't want to get the chance of being kicked out, but yeah, I think this is the museum experience part of this with the photos from Randy St. Nicholas, and you'll absolutely want to take all that in. And if you've never seen the 21 Nights book from Randy, it's just ridiculous. I mean, the photos in that are just sick. But it's an exclusive exhibit on display for a limited time, and I believe that is what we are. I believe that's what we're going to experience with the museum experience or whatever. I think that's what we're seeing. So Sherry says, saw it last month in April. It's awesome. Yes, I heard it's really, yes. I think we're talking about the tour stuff. Mary J needs to do a book. There's actually a tour. I guess that she's actually one of the people that does the tour. Again, facebook.com/groups/Prince Celebration. You'll be able to kind of sign up for some of those tours. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So the schedule again is going to be a little bit different, a little bit here, a little bit there, depending on your group. But then on Saturday night, we can pull that schedule back up. On Saturday night, as you can see, 9:30 to 11, it's Prince live on the big screen. And this is I'll go ahead and push up a video here. This is the video that they released. I don't even know this is actually worth kind of putting up. It doesn't actually. I'm not going to release this one. It doesn't even make any sense because it doesn't really show anything. Right. So it's kind of pointless. Let me show you this. I'm going to show you one that I took from. I'm not sure if this is 2018 or 19. I want to say this is 2019, but here's one that I did from 2019. Check this out. It's just so you can get an idea of what this is like. So what you're seeing is, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, the music's really loud.
Yeah. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing the band actually play along, synchronized with a live concert from previous. So the actual band that played, there's going to be some variances. The actual band that plays is playing along, synchronized to the concert. And then sometimes they actually do like little segues that weren't part of the concert, but they kind of do whatever. And then you'll be looking up on the screen and you'll see Prince, just like you're at the show, and he's just on a part of the stage where you're just not seeing. So this kind of gives you an idea. See, like this right here.
Yeah.
So it's just like he's on a part of a stage that you just can't see or something. That's what it makes it feel like. Mm-hmm. And they really go out of their way to try to make sure that, they're dressed the same as they were on the stage, or they're going to have. So it's just great. All right, Facebook user. I'll have to believe you, Facebook user.
That's me in the front row. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is basically a sample of what it's like in that particular situation. So it's very, very cool. And obviously so they basically take unseen concert footage and isolate Prince's vocals and any instrumentation that he plays or instrumentation that's not represented live on stage. And then they have a live band that actually plays the music and reenacts the concert note for note in perfect sync. Awesome. And it's incredible. And it's very difficult undertaking for the musicians. I can't even imagine all the time that it takes to do this. It's just, right. I can't even. But this year will feature an unreleased concert from 1992 that was taped at Glam Slam, and will feature a very early version of MPG, which will be Tony Mosley. This is who is confirmed to be there on Saturday, June 4th. Tony Mosley, Tony M, Sonny T, Levi Caesar, Tommy Barbarella, Damon Dixon, Kip Blacksher, Mike Scott, Liv Warfield, Chris Coleman, Maite Garcia, Morris Hayes, Kirk Johnson, The Steels, and also DJ Diamond. And I'm assuming that probably DJ Diamond is there for some of the kind of, I guess, because there's some scratching during some of that stuff, so right. Maybe that's what he's filling in for. But that's the lineup. Tony M, Sonny T, Levi Caesar, Tommy Barbarella, Damon Dixon, Kip Blacksher, Mike Scott, Liv Warfield, Chris Coleman, Maite Garcia, Morris Hayes, Kirk Johnson, The Steels, and DJ Diamond. It was funny. Last time we did the show last month, I said, and Damon Dixon is coming out of retirement to do this thing.
That's right.
And it was just kind of like a little tongue in cheek. But that the next day, Damon called me and he was just like, out of retirement.
Like, dude,
what do you? He laughed. He goes, I haven't retired. And we just laughed, and he kind of gave me a little bit of the stories of why he came and why he was, but we won't get into all that. But yeah. He is going to be here. He's not coming out of retirement. He made sure to call me and tell me I'm not coming out of retirement.
Retired.
I'm not retired, dude.
He's not retired.
But he just thought it was funny, so we talk every now and then. He's a good dude, but I haven't talked to him in a while. So when the phone rang and I saw it was Damon, I was like, oh sweet. So it was good to talk to him, and we talked for about an hour, but that was really funny. So now when I see his name in the lineup, I have to laugh. It's just what it is. So anyway, so that concert goes on from 9:30 to 11 Central Standard Time, and then they have a DJ. You'll be used to the Central Standard Time once you get past day 2. But then they have the DJ dance party after that will go on till 2 a.m. So basically, Friday and Saturday are full of events, and you're pretty much only at Paisley Park at those days. Yeah, now, the windows that you have, like you had mentioned, on Friday, the window that you have is from that 6 o'clock break until the band technically starts at 9:30. So you technically have a few hours to go back to the hotel, freshen up, and then maybe change, and then come back out and do your thing. So, and then on Saturday, if I don't know if we have the schedule readily available, but there it is. On Saturday, your window, if you're in this group, is from that 11 o'clock until, you don't technically have to be there until 2:30 before my take comes on.
Right.
So, which you're probably going to need, because if you're going to be at Rodney's party until 4 o'clock in the morning, you probably need to, Rodney's the mysterious Facebook user. Surprise, surprise. I love you, Rodney. But anyways, yeah, so you do have windows here, and the windows are going to be very, very, but it's packed. This is really, really packed schedule.
Really.
So, and you and I were talking about this too, because there are some things that we wanted to do on this day specifically,
Right.
that are happening externally, but you are here like the entirety of the day.
Yeah. Can't
I
do
mean,
it. Right.
there's that 11 to 2:30 window that we kind of talked about. That if you decide against the free time section, that's pretty much it. So let's switch over now to here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up the princecelebration.com website, okay? Because we've been talking about it off and on, and I want you kind of guys to see how it works, and we'll do the rest of the show with the Prince Celebration thing up. And so I will, I will share this.
I can see Sunday through that.
Yeah, you can see everything through there. So I'll share the princecelebration.com website for you guys. Where is that? There's right there. Okay. So this is the Prince Celebration website. As we had mentioned, the homepage is essentially a huge map of all the things. If you're tuning in late, this is what it looks like. It is a huge map showing all the things, not all of them. There's a bunch of things that you probably need to check out when you're in Minneapolis. I will show you where all the murals are, even the utility boxes, as you can see on the bottom. Even the utility boxes, if you're one of those people that's just got to have everything. The Henderson Prince tribute, that's kind of what it looks like in Henderson, and then of course, even murals in Calhoun Square, where that's at, a loading dock that happened to have Prince on there. I mean, these are Cheapo Records. There's that thing that I was telling you about with Cheapo Records. Kind of shows you exactly where it's at, and you can kind of get more information. But anyways, so that's that. It's very, very cool. So let's talk about the events now. We're going to scroll down to the external events that are happening on, what are we on? We're on the 4th
Sunday.
we're still talking about Saturday here.
We're
talking
still
about
talking about the 4th Saturday.
Yeah, we're still talking about the 4th. All right, so let's talk about some of these things that are going on here. First off, we talked about Prince Fest. We talked about that before. That's happening in Henderson. The Edina Art Fair is still going on. This also happens on this day as well. The Edina Art Fair is there as well. That happens from 10 to 7. It is free, but you just go to Market Street. It takes up all of Market Street. Market Street is just shaped like an L, so you park anywhere near that if you're going, and you can just go, and that's all there is to it. But that's kind of that particular area. Also, there is a flip phone Prince drag brunch that is happening. If you like drag shows, these are some of the best folks to do it. I guess it's Sasha Cassadine, Mr. E.O. Cassadine, and Lady Camille for the Prince afternoon. I guess they're going to be doing a drag show up on the balcony of this place. I think this is what Union Rooftop looks like. So they're going to be doing a drag show that's up there, and they've got 3 different shows. They've got this one from 10 to 11:30. They've also got another one that happens at 12:30, as you can see here, and they've got another one that starts at 3. And I think the only one that's available right now is a 3 o'clock show. So I think the other 2 are sold out, but you can keep an eye on it. And of course, you can just if you're interested, you can go there and click and get tickets. So that's what's really, really cool about this website. It's just everything is right here.
It's all there.
The Purple Day, Remembrance of the Purple One, recognized at Twin Cities Media, hosted by Smoke and Delight, music by Dan Speak, performances by Maria Issa, B. Croc, Barry, Lost in Leon, and Afro Preacha. It's going to be food trucks, vendors, fashion, and some lawn chairs and whatnot. You can bring your purple gear. That's happening from 12 until 7. And if you want more information, they do not have a website where you can go. You have to call this number. But again, just go to princecelebration.com and call it. It's
right.
But it's actually got, it's a bunch of DJs, essentially what's happening. And that's 12 to 7. And again, this is where it's at. I also kind of put some pictures of some of the things there. But that's the Purple Day. Remember, so the
Reference.
Purple one.
Nice.
There's a Flipstone Drag Brunch again. Color Wheel Gallery. This is what you wanted to go to as far as like
Yeah,
the hat stuff. Now, here's the thing.
me.
Well, we might be able to make this because check it out. It goes from 1 to 5. So technically, if we went
That free
here,
time. Yeah.
if we went during the free time in the morning and we went at 1, we'd have to like leave. We can only be there for like an hour, then we'd have to leave or whatever to
Right.
go. But essentially, it's Vanessa Bartholomew, Funk Hatter V, at the Funkin' Hats hat designer. All kind of hats that are inspired by Prince, and man, these two always come dressed to party. They're typically at the celebrations. I'm surprised that they're doing this off to the side, but there's also going to be a music and voice of Ermel Andrews and some live performances and some sweet memories from Prince's childhood crush. Stephanie Carlson is going to be sharing a love letter that she received from Prince in 5th grade. Again, all this is happening at the Color Wheel Gallery in Minneapolis, and that's happening from 1 to 7.
I
on that
like
day.
you. Do you like me?
Check.
No.
I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more than that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it could well be. Just like, can we make brownies together? I don't know what it's going to say. So there's that third instance of the Flip Phone Drag and Brunch. And then, of course, Chase and Ovation is going to be playing again. They're playing at Bunkers this Saturday night. Again, they're a Prince cover band. This is a shot that was taken by Neil Schloner, and it was taken last year. But really, really good Prince cover band. If you want to check that out, they're going to be at Bunkers. Again, they do not sell tickets at Bunkers in advance. You have to go and actually buy the tickets at the door. I don't think they've ever had a scenario where you just buy tickets in advance. I think you just show up and you pay at the door. But this is another thing that Jeff Paige and myself are probably going to be at. It's one of these things. It's the Pajama Jam of the year, and the Chanhassen Cinema. If you've never been to the Chanhassen Cinema, it is got an amazing mural on the side of it, but it's a movie theater. But Rodney and the Prince 365 group are taking it over on June 4th from 11 o'clock until 4 a.m. again. This is actually really close to Paisley Park. So this is actually it's a little bit tricky too, because I think you have to take a shuttle back to where your car is if you're at the Renaissance Hotel, and then come back because the thing about this is that once the shuttle bus is stopped, right. And they're not going to take you back to the Renaissance. So if you decide to go and you want to be here until 4 o'clock in the morning, and photography and videotaping is strictly prohibited. Pajamas are mandatory, and they said do not show up with onesies with footies or whatever or anything cutesy. He said this is an adults only event. NC-17. Okay, this is an adult only pajama jam of the year. That's the reason why photography and video is strictly prohibited. It's very, very important that you understand that. Photos can be taken for your keepsake with your permission, but again, guess what? DJ Linka Paris is going to be there providing the music. So not only are you going to be jamming out, but you're going to be it's great dance music, and there's going to be lots of crazy pajamas there. Yeah. It's $50 to get into this though. $50, but there are tickets still available. It was sold out, but then Chanhassen opened it up and gave them more space. So there are tickets available, and so you can go to princecelebration.com and get the tickets on there. And there's actually the link for the tickets is right there. It makes it so easy. It's right there. You just got to click it, and then you can get the tickets. So if you want something that is going to be a little bit sexy and a little bit more debaucherous, this is it. Prince 365 Pajama Jam party
sure
with
this isn't a
DJ
Bible study. I mean, it's,
I think the Bible study happens afterwards.
okay.
So
It's
where you
necessary.
confess your sins. Yeah. All right. So it's it is what it is. So there's that. Sorry. So now we're talking about the final day of the Prince celebration, the Paisley Park celebration, the one that's specifically for actually, because that day for general admission, the gold folks, the celebration is over. Once that day is over with the MPG concert, that day is over.
That's it.
Your celebration's over. It's done. You're done. But however, if you are a VIP ticket holder, you actually get a specific gospel brunch, which you may need after going to the Pajama Jam. It's a gospel brunch where you come back to Jesus. But it's going to be the Steels, and it's going to be at the Dakota Jazz Club. There is no shuttle for VIP folks. If you're in VIP, you have to get to Dakota Jazz Club by yourself. You have to get into the car and go to Dakota Jazz Club. But on a Sunday, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like anything major going on. But this is an event exclusively for VIP ticket holders only. It's the final day of the Prince celebration that is only for VIP ticket holders. And so that is Sunday morning, June 5th. It goes from 10 until 12, Central Standard Time at the Dakota Jazz Club. That's what it looks like from the outside. I've seen some pretty amazing jam sessions there at Dakota. It's very, very cool. So if you're a VIP, this is the last day for you. This is it right here. This is the end of the celebration completely for everybody. So just know that if you go to this Pajama Jam, that what's going to end up happening is that you got to know that you have to be at Dakota Jazz Club at 10.
Thanking for not giving in or praying about what you've done. It's one or the other. It's
time for confession, people.
It's confession. There's no middle ground.
I want to pass the plates around. Come back to Jesus. But we will probably be, Jeff Paige and myself, because we didn't come VIP this year. We are probably going to head out to Henderson on this day because the Prince Fest is not happening on Henderson this day. I don't know why I have this Prince Fest thing here. However, Moises Suriel is going to be at Hearts of Henderson, still doing his artwork. I actually texted him yesterday and he said, I just wanted to verify you're going to be there on Sunday. He said, yes, Alan won't be, but I will be. But Alan may change his mind. But Moises is going to be there. He's going to be signing his artwork and, still showing off his mural, and you can still visit Hearts of Henderson. My guess is that it probably doesn't open until 12. That's probably my guess. Just because it's Sunday and most places, I think it seems to be universal that places don't open until 12 on Sunday. But I did see that there's timing on this still says 10, but if you get there at 10 and nothing's open, it's still cool because you probably can't see it, but right in the lower left-hand corner where that seems to be like this little black sign, there's this little cool, there's like a couple restaurants. There's like a little convenience store. It's across the street from this, but there's a couple cool restaurants. So if you didn't grab breakfast, you can grab breakfast here and just chill until Hearts of Henderson opens, and you can visit that stuff. If you happen to be GA, visit that vault, check out some of the scenery around, maybe go and check out some of the, there's like a bunch of stuff going on there. So we probably will be going to Henderson just because I love Hearts of Henderson. That was a really, really cool place. However, the Adina Art Fair is also going on this day too. So if you don't want to travel out to Henderson, you've seen Henderson, you're like, got it, did it. It was great, but I'm not going to do it again. You can still go to the Adina Art Fair that's happening, and that's happening from 10 to 5. Again, this is not Prince related, but I'm sure there may be some artists out there that, may have some stuff. Now, however, here are some things that are Prince related. First thing, Maite is doing a meet and greet and Q&A and class. So Prince's wife is going to be there that is in Chaska, Minnesota, which is close to Chanhassen. It's kind of over that way on that side of the world. But she is actually going to be doing a dance class. It is $30 for Q&A, $60 for the class. Or you can do an $80 combo where you get to see the Q&A and also take the dance class. Or if you just want to meet her and do the Q&A, the meet and greet is from 1:30 until 2:30. The Q&A is from 2 until 3. And then the class is from 3:30 to 5. So if you just want to meet and greet with her and then do the Q&A, that is the time. You get to get your pictures taken with her and hang out. I had a picture of her, but I don't know what with me and her, but I don't know what happened to her. But if you want to meet her, that is happening, and it's happening from I said yeah. So it starts at 1:30 goes until 5.
5.
So very, very cool. And again, it's $30 for the Q&A. And if you want to take the class and want to learn a dance class, she normally teaches belly dancing, correct? And I've never taken one of her classes, but I don't know if this dance class is also going to be belly dancing or not. But this is the River Valley Dance Academy in Chaska. So that's where you would go for that. That's also happening on the 5th. Couple more items on the 5th. Purple Playground, Gangsta Glam, Let's Skate, Prince's birthday party. They're actually having, it's $19.99 for adults. Kids 12 and under are $10. There's a service fee in that with the two, but you basically get to go to Skateville, and live DJs are going to be spinning all types of Purple music, including songs from students from the Academy of Prince. And it's going to be, if you just, it's a skate place. It's just roller skating.
Get
It's
your
going
skate on. Get your wheels.
Yeah, man, get your skate on. And again, you can get tickets right from here. All the programs are tuition free and supported by donations to the Purple Playground supporters. So you definitely want to, there's always for a good cause. That's happening from 4 until 6. And it's going to be at Skateville. And again, you come here to princecelebration.com, you click on it and click on the link, and you'll be able to buy tickets and do all this stuff.
All the info's there. Right.
Now, I don't know why it says Sonny T and Michael Bland's band. I don't want Audrey yelling at me again. But Alex, I don't think Michael Bland's going to be there. We don't know who's going to be with Dr. Mambo's Combo. Even when they do the launch party at the Crown Our Prince event, the free block party, because they're actually performing there at 7:30. I want to say it was. So I don't know who's all going to be there. Again, Sonny T is almost always there, and then you never know who's going to be sitting in. You never know if. You just never know who's going to be there, but they're always fantastic. But Dr. Mambo's Combo is going to be playing at Bunkers. And I just said the lineup can vary every night, although Sonny is almost always there.
So
there. But you can't typically buy tickets in advance. You just have to go. And this is happening from 9:30 until 1 o'clock, and it's happening at Bunkers Music Bar and Grill. And just so we're clear, this is one that we will definitely be at. Matter of fact, we've been wanting to do an event where we could just hang out with a bunch of Funkotopians.
Yeah.
This is that event. So instead of just doing something by ourselves, we have decided that we're just going to tag onto this event. So if you are a Funkotopian and you happen to still be in town on this day, please come out to Bunkers this night. And we will be there, and we want to hang out with everybody. And just, if you're a Funkotopian, please come out to this event. Please come out to this event. It's Dr. Mambo's Combo. It's going to be an amazing music. They are so friggin' good. I mean, it's just unreal how good this band is. It's always a jam session. They've been doing it for decades. You got to check them out. Dr. Mambo's Combo at Bunkers. Jeff Paige and myself will be there. It's an amazing, amazing band. And I will make sure that I change that subheader, Audrey, so you don't. You're probably texting me. You're probably texting me right now going, stop saying that, bastard.
That guy.
Shut your friggin' mouth.
Shut your mouth. Stop typing.
Kia says, missed the beginning of the podcast. Will there be a link? You can go to princecelebration.com and you can see all the stuff that we're talking about. But yes, once we are done, this video will actually save to Facebook and YouTube, so you can watch it from the very beginning, where we talk about pretty much everything. Lenny says he's going to be there. Yes, I can't wait to see you, Lenny. It's been a long time since I've been able to hug your neck. According to Rodney, the class is sold out for Maite. The Q&A tickets are still available, though. So if you want to go to that Maite thing, you need to do that. So.
Sweet.
And then now we get to go to Monday, June 6th. Another Prince 365 event that we will most likely be at. It's Prince 65, the live clubhouse chat recap of the week. It happens June 6th, 2022 at Perkins in Chaska, Minnesota. It's actually a pancake house. It's not a brewery. It's actually, this one still maintained being a Perkins. And it's essentially everybody that came to the celebration just going to gather here at Perkins, and we're all going to just wander and fellowship and have a good time and talk about everything that happened. They're going to be doing a live clubhouse chat from here. Jeff Paige and myself will probably be here too, so we'll probably sit in on this clubhouse and just hang out with everybody and eat pancakes. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. That happens from 12 to 3 at Perkins Pancake House in Chaska. That's what it looks like from the outside. But that's a Prince 365 group. You definitely want to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's just like, after you get them to do the Dr. Mambo's Combo, you don't want to do the continental breakfast that the hotel gives. So you hop in and you say, let's just head to Perkins. And
let's just go ahead to Perkins.
Let's make it. Yeah, let's just do it. So also on the 6th, is the Monday Fun Day Boat Cruise. Lady of the Lake is the name of that boat. What do they call this? Is this like above water? Is this like
It's like doing wheelies. Like,
This is
sucker's
absolutely
moving.
absolutely a Photoshop thing here. But Lady Lake, what do they call these types of boats?
Things.
I just got done watching Ozark too. I should remember the
I
name
know,
of the boat.
right?
Anyways, somebody with the chat room will help us out. But Lady of the Lake is the name of this particular boat. And Excelsior, Minnesota, from 12:30 to 4, they're going to be doing some dining. So they're going to be doing like a lunch type of thing. They're going to be doing some dancing. They're going to be doing some music. They're going to be doing some more stuff. If you would like, you can PayPal $60 to paypal.me/sunflowermars before April 7th. Unfortunately, that's way beyond April 7th. In order to secure experience, I think you may have to... we may have to try to figure out another alternate way to, if you plan to go there though, they are having a gift exchange. And if you bring a wrapped gift, around the approximate gift value of around $17, then, Elephants and Flowers they're doing a gift exchange. This will happen on this boat. And, we did not get tickets to this. I think we were going to, but I think it was just like,
Yeah, after going through the schedule of
by the time we get to here, our checking accounts are probably going to be tapped out. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun because you get to actually go on a cruise on Lake Minnetonka. It's just that's just awesome. I mean, come on, this is just it's just a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. We might do it, but maybe we might do it. We don't technically have anything going on in this window. However, we still got to get to Cheapo Records because we have to hit vinyl. I know that at some point in time we're getting together with Chaz and his wife. At some point in time, I'm getting together with Dwayne Tudall. So I mean, there's so many things that are going on. We're trying to figure out, and it's just
And the wheelie boat is intriguing. You know? I'm just saying. A drag boat, like, I mean,
you got to see if it actually does this. Is it really? But I don't see people flying off the back of this boat, so I'm assuming it's Photoshop.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Well, I assume if a boat does a wheelie, you know, it's just not safe.
It's not safe. Strap yourselves in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tom Sawyer Cruise. Anyways, here is something that we will be at, absolutely positively. We've already got our tickets already. And if you don't have your tickets, I don't understand why this isn't sold out yet. But if you don't have your tickets, you need to get it because it's just, you're crazy if you don't go to this. But it's nothing compares to P. Jelly Bean Johnson is doing a concert at the Minnesota Music Cafe with Sean Smitty Pitt Smith and Jeffrey Mock. And not only that, but it's a bunch of other people here. Special guests also playing in this jam session are Dr. Fink, Eddie Minifield, Jeffrey Mock, Sean Smith, LAW is going to be there. Martin Kember and the Unit are going to be there. LAW and the Planet 12 Movement's going to be there. Of course, Jelly Bean Johnson's going to be there. There is VIP. You can get it's $25 general admission or $50 VIP sold out. So don't worry about that. But $25 general admission. If there's still tickets available to this and you're still in town, the whole reason why we're even in town. See, we would have left earlier today.
Yeah, we would have left earlier.
Either later on Sunday or we would have left on Monday morning. Probably worst case scenario, whatever. But the only reason why we stayed is for this right here. This is a jam session, and pretty much anybody that was in that Prince's Purple Circle that's probably still in town is going to end up at this event. I'm telling you, this is going to be there's going to be so many people that are going to be here. It's going to be ridiculous. And if you're not, Jeff Paige and myself will be at this event, just so we're clear. We've already got our tickets. We've already locked in. But if you don't have tickets and you're going to be in town on this day, you're crazy. It's June 6th. This is the Monday night. It starts at 7:00. And, the doors open at 7. The music doesn't really start until like 9 or something like that. But the doors open at 7. I could be wrong. They could start right out of the gate. Don't take my word for it. It says 7 until 2:00 in the morning. And we probably will be here for the entirety of this thing. It's actually a really cool, it's a dive bar for sure. It's just one of these places where, a lot of different towns have these places where local bands play and they kind of get their start. It's kind of like it's very raw. It's very gritty. It's a dive bar, but it's so friggin' cool the way it's set up. And it's a lot of fun, great sound, and it's Minnesota Music Cafe. You need to go. Jeff Paige and I will absolutely positively be there at this.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the next day, June 7th, is Tuesday. That's actually when we will be leaving, but happy birthday to Prince Rogers Nelson. That is actually birthday, but we'll be leaving Minnesota at that point. But yeah, it's his birthday, so I'm sure there's a lot of cool things going on. But here's what I can tell you. The tours at Paisley Park will be back on. So if you wanted to tour Paisley Park, you can absolutely do that. We talked about this earlier before. We actually had tickets to tour Paisley Park on Monday that we had purchased. And for some reason, Paisley Park canceled the tickets and refunded us the money. And I thought, is this like a Funkotopia thing? I started to take it. I was like, I started to take it personally, but then I found out that everybody who purchased tickets, and we don't know if it was because of the fact that maybe they are giving tours of Paisley Park during the celebration and it's just not kind of listed as such. I don't know. And that's why they refunded it if your name matched up with a tour, or if they just didn't want to do tours at all on Monday. But they refunded everybody. Yeah, they refunded everybody's Monday on the tours on Monday. But the tours for Paisley Park are back on starting on Tuesday. You can go to paisleypark.com/tickets for pricing and information. I want to say that this Tuesday is already sold out. I know everything preceding, like starting today all the way through up until the 31st is all sold out tour-wise. So we wanted to tour it because Jeff Paige has never done a tour of Paisley Park, so that's the reason why we did it. But for some reason they kicked us. But hopefully you'll have had your fill of Paisley Park by the time we get done with the thing. Yeah. So that is happening on that day. Also, a time has not been renamed or not been indicated, but they are going to be renaming the street right outside of First Avenue to Prince Rogers Nelson Way. It's a 1 block stretch outside of First Avenue. And it's going to be called Prince Rogers Nelson Way. That was done by the city council, and they decided they're going to be doing it on this day. It is it's First Avenue between 7th Street and 8th Street. So that is the block that is going to be renamed Prince Rogers Nelson Way, and it's going to be held on this day, but no time has been indicated. I searched all over for a time. There has not been a time indicated, so if you want to go back down to First Avenue, you absolutely can. We talked about the First Avenue thing as well. It's just, it's kind of silly. It's not, they're not doing any shows or anything Prince related during the whole entire celebration. And a lot of people are ticked off, and a lot of people lit them up on emails and whatnot, but I guess it didn't work. They don't really care. So it is what it is. But we do want to get an opportunity to see Paisley Park, and we may actually try to go in and see if there's some day that we can go down that area.
Right.
Maybe on the day that we go down there for the Prince mural, maybe we can try to figure out some way to be able to maybe get there early and sneak in. And because I guess the 10th Street entry, or one of the entries or whatever, they had, I don't know what so
yeah. We'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, and Rodney says they can celebrate his birthday at Bunkers on Sunday also.
Oh, sweet.
So there you go. So it's Rodney's birthday as well.
Wow. Awesome.
So there's that. And then what? And if you want to go to the Henderson, if you like classic cars, Henderson is doing a classic car roll-in. It happens every Tuesday.
Nice.
Every Tuesday. So if you like cars, every single Tuesday from now until October 4th. So if you love classic cars and you want to get down to Henderson, you happen to be down there, this is a good option for you, because they're going to be doing a classic car roll-in. And anybody that has classic cars, and as you can see, it's a pretty busy event. It's just kind of crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And the last thing that we actually got 2 more things to talk about, and then we're done. There are a couple more things that are on the list on the spreadsheet that I did not put on there that weren't really Prince related. So I'm just trying to kind of keep this purple. But on the night of June 7th, on Prince's birthday, at the Target Field, the baseball stadium there, the Minnesota Twins will be playing the Yankees, and they're making it Prince night.
That's awesome.
It's actually, it's going to be a lot of fun. I wish we were staying for this, but
I want a jacket.
Oh man, that jacket is so awesome. But I think it's already sold out or whatever.
Yeah.
But essentially, the first, I want to say, I can't remember what they said. I want to say the first 1,000, was it? No, maybe it's more than that. But I don't remember what the numbers are. Oh, the first 10,000 fans entering Target Field will receive a co-themed Prince Twins T-shirt, so they get this. But you could also upgrade to the VIP version, and if you upgrade to the VIP ticket, you get this jacket. So if you're in town and you happen to be there on the night of June 7th, and you can stay, there's no way I can stay. I've already been here this point. I've already been here for a week, and I just can't. I just can't. I would love to have that jacket, but I just can't. My wife would kill me if I was here another night. It's just not possible. It's just not possible.
Your wife would kill me if I tried to keep you.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Now, technically, I mean, we could play by the gate because I think you show up at 5 o'clock or something like that. You can pick up your items starting at 5 o'clock, and I think our flight leaves at like 6:30 or something crazy. So like we could technically get a ticket, then go pick up the item, and then like haul ass to get to the airport. But I was just like, I'm not taking that chance, dude. It's
I
just
wouldn't
not.
do that.
It's not happening. I'm just not doing it.
No.
So there's that. So if you happen to be in town on June 7th, definitely get tickets to this game and be sure that you get there early so you can claim your shirt. And if there's VIP gets available, get that jacket. And if somebody is willing to go to this game, maybe I'll buy your ticket. I'll buy your ticket if you give me the jacket.
Wow.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it here. I'm not going to have any takers on that. Because I don't think you can get 2 tickets and then get 2 jackets. I don't think that's how it works. So,
Right.
Anyways, and of course, to finish off Prince's birthday, the Born Day party with my good friend Alfonso Starr. If anybody knows how to put on a Prince dance party, it's this dude right here. The dance party is amazing. So much fun. There always has so much fun. I don't know how he's going to pull it off here at Riley Creek. But it's happening at 7 p.m. at the Riley Creek Tunnel on June 7th in Chanhassen. Is going to be Alfonso Starr is going to be down there. I want to tell you something about Riley Creek because if you've never been to Riley Creek, it's a tunnel that is. It's really, really hard to explain Riley Creek as far as how it's set up. This is what Riley Creek looks like. It's a tunnel. That where the fence is above there, that's a road. That's the highway. So you can look through and you can see that there's a golf path that kind of goes underneath. So if you are at Paisley Park, this is in Chanhassen. If you are at Paisley Park with Paisley Park behind you and you walk towards the street, right out in front of the fence where they had all the stuff, tied up and stuff, all the, not people, but memorabilia and signs and stuff. There's a golf path that runs in front of that fence. So if you walk away from Paisley Park towards the street and you go down and you follow that golf path and go down in front of that fence, that path will go down and then it will go underneath the highway that's in front of you. And if you just follow that, it just kind of goes down and then you follow it and you can go walk all the way to Riley Creek. And that golf path is what you see coming in at the bottom of this photo. And you'll walk and you'll hit Riley Creek. You'll be right there. There's actually 2 tunnels. There's the Riley Creek tunnel and there's another tunnel as well. So you got to make sure that, hopefully they'll let us go in and out as far as Paisley Park is concerned. So that while we're there at Paisley Park, we'll be able to kind of walk down to Riley Creek or whatever.
Right.
But anyways, that's where Riley Creek is. It's walking distance from Paisley Park. You just follow the golf path that runs in front of Paisley Park and it goes across, then it goes down and underneath the highway. And that's what you're seeing. However, the instructions or the directions that you're going to see on here are where I have this. This is actually to the park, which is on the other side of the road where Riley Creek is. So this directions will take you into a park. And when you pull into the park, you'll just turn to the right and there's a parking area right there, right in front of the park. Park there. And when you get out of your car, you'll come down like you're walking towards the road again, and you're going to see that same golf path, but it's going to be going the opposite way. It's going to be going off to the right, And again, it's going to go down underneath the road. So you can get to it from either side of the road, Paisley Park side or the park side. Both of them have golf paths that go down underneath. And so you can get to Riley Creek. That's how you get to Riley Creek. It's not someplace you can just drive and park your car. You have to park your car and then walk there. It's a tricky place to find, but 7 p.m., Alfonso Starr and is going to be there doing a dance party, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Kim Grantham and Deborah Duarte Hefter are promoting this event, but it's called Born Day 7, Riley Creek, 7 p.m. And Alfonso's going to be there. It's in Chanhassen. You definitely want to be there. And there you have it. Again,
you have it.
Everything else that's on the schedule from right here out is basically the Paisley Park tours. You can just go to Paisley Park and .com/tours and see everything that's there. And that is it. That is all of the information that we have for you as far as the celebration and everything else concerned. Now, I want, Randy says that Prince would ride his bike around there and Lake Ann. Yeah, it's just, yeah. So Pam says you had Monday tour tickets too. They canceled yours, Pam. I assume so. I want every single person that tells me they have tickets on Monday. I just want verification that yours was canceled also.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure because, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be it's just great. So, let's talk for a second about any questions that you guys may have, because we're going to be wrapping this up. We're going to need about 10 minutes here, and then we'll wrap up. At 9:30, we'll wrap up here. So any questions that you have, we'll go into them right now. We gave you a lot of information, 2.5 hours of information. Here's our first question. Does parking at the park close at 10 p.m.? No, it does not. We had a couple events there. Matter of fact, on the 5-year anniversary of his passing, Funkotopia did a candlelight vigil down there at Riley Creek, and nobody was doing anything. Nobody was doing any candlelight vigil. Paisley Park wasn't doing anything. I was like, I don't understand what's happening here. So I took it upon myself to host a candlelight vigil, and I bought purple candles, I bought purple candles, did the whole thing. And I thought, I'm hoping that like at least 10 people show up. That would be cool for people to come and whatever. But it was packed. There was like just people just kept coming down the pathway, and I was just like, this is awesome. You got a bunch of people. We did a big candlelight vigil on the 5-year anniversary at Riley Creek, but it went late. The whole point of this is it went late, and I was parked at the park, so it was no problem going up there. There is no gate on the park. It's just you just drive in. There's no chain across the walk. You just right there. So, but again, it's dark. Be careful. But there's no there's none of that. No, good. So Pam says, yes, it was canceled. Bummer. Bring your person who has never been. Yeah, same. Jeff Paige has never been to Paisley Park. And so, I mean, we're going to be there for the celebration. Hopefully he gets to see a good bit of it. But, Andre, the answer is no. And it doesn't matter because you're not coming.
Right.
Dawn says, will any events require dressing up? No, but you got to understand, there will be a lot of people that will be dressed up.
Yeah.
So just, dress like Prince is going to see you. I mean, obviously he's not, but it's kind of like one of these things where, you don't want to be. Every single time I've ever gone, I've always gone like jeans and a t-shirt or something. And that's like, and now that I look back, I'm like, that was just stupid.
Dressed like somebody's watching. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Now?
Dressed like somebody's watching. Dress like somebody's watching.
That's
because you never know who you're going to talk to. You never know if somebody, maybe, it's just dress. You don't have to dress like in a suit or anything, but like at the launch party at the W. W is a really, really nice hotel. You probably want to dress up nicely, so I know that's where I'm wearing the jacket. The jacket. I have not shown you the jacket. I'm waiting to show you the jacket.
Bow tie and bunny slippers all week.
Yeah, and Sherry said it's not going to happen. He can't even look at it. Look at how he's dressed on a show here. He is absolutely not going to go to. Don't listen to a word he's saying. He's not going to. I'm telling you. Sherry said she was parked there until after midnight last year. So yeah, it's not. Yes. Randy says at parties you want to look nice. It's just yeah. And Sherry does make a point. It's very dark. There are no lights up and down that cart path, so you have to know that. But It's not bad. It's not. It's a very very safe area. So so as Sandra says, packing Prince Couture now will be Prince-alicious. I'm assuming you meant Prince-alicious, not Price-alicious. I'm sure it's Price-alicious too, because anything that looks fancy always costs money. So yeah, I actually tried on outfits. I was just like, because those people have seen me on my journey. I was on keto. I've kind of stepped away from that, but I lost 40 pounds on keto. And then I went on that cruise about a month or so ago, and I put 5 pounds back and then another 2 pounds on top of that. So now I've put myself back on keto, but it's just like, oh my gosh. So the point of that is I had to try on some of the shirts that I bought because it was like, oh no, I hope that didn't throw me out of my loop.
Nothing fits anymore.
Yes. So everybody is kind of be, yeah, she's preparing it to speak.
I didn't have a chance to go out and get outfit specific. I was sad.
Andre's a liar. He says he bought his ticket to see Carmen Electra. Actually, I would probably believe him. Actually, that seems like an Andre thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it. I'm sorry, Andre. Not happening. I couldn't buy that.
Just, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see everybody there. We are so looking forward to everybody there. And again, to kind of recap some of the things, we'll obviously be at on June 1st. We will be at the Purple Genealogy Party. Go to princecelebration.com. You'll be able to see all the stuff so on June 1st, we'll be at the Purple Genealogy Party. On the 2nd, we'll obviously be at the launch and at the launch party at the W, along at the mural unveiling. I would imagine that at the mural unveiling, there's going to be a mix of general public and celebration stuff, but we'll obviously be at the launch party as well. Then on the 2nd, we'll obviously be at Paisley Park, apparently from 11 till 1. There's not really a whole bunch of breaks there in there, but we will probably leave in that 6:15 to 9 o'clock window. We'll probably leave and go back to the hotel and freshen up and come back, since we're probably going to be at that party of Rodney's after that, the Prince 365 group. Then on Saturday, again, at Paisley Park from 11 till 1. We do have that break in the morning, which will probably be down at the Color Wheel at some point down at 1, because we want to take a look at some hats. Jeff Paige wants to look at some hats. That's right. So we want to go down there and going to be doing all that. And then, of course, after that party is over, after the MPG concert is over, we'll probably be going out to the Pajama Jam Saturday? No, it's not. That's not Saturday, is it? Or is it?
I'm going back now.
Yeah,
I've lost track. We have so much stuff.
Yeah, it's so much. So we will probably the Pajama Jam. The Pajama Jam happens until 4 o'clock with Linka, so we probably will be there. I tried on the pajamas that I got, and first off, this is not right. I bought a pair of pajamas, and first off, I don't know if you guys know this, but men's button downs button from left to right, and women's is right to left. And this was right to left. So right out of the gate, I felt like I was challenged or whatever buttoning, and I was like, because it was men's pajamas, but they were
so
they said because apparently it was buttoned with the other one. It was buttoned the opposite way,
left to right and right to left.
And it just didn't fit me well. It just didn't. I just looked, and so I had the silk pajamas with the red thing, and I had a black robe, and then Jaden, of all people, who has no idea. Well, I'm surprised who knows who this is, but she says
Hefner.
She said, "Do you remember when we went to Tennessee and they had that wax museum with that guy that was sitting on that lounge chair? He is wearing the same pajamas." I said, "Are you talking about Hugh Hefner right now?" She actually remembered the Hugh Hefner.
She made a
wax museum thing, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And I was just like, "Okay, I can't do this now. Now I look like Ralph."
All you need is a cigar, man.
A pipe.
pipe. Yes.
And do the
I'm
pipe.
Sorry. Yeah, get a pipe.
I could actually do that. I could actually keep it and go over the top and be a Hugh Hefner. Why not? It's gonna be
No,
be an NC-17 event anyway. So
That's
why not?
true. That's true.
I could.
There
I could fit
bunnies.
right in. But I just want to make. I want something that's a little bit more slimming that doesn't, you know.
You want to borrow something of mine?
I don't know.
It's got tassels.
So, or I could just go with Pam's suggestion: a box of briefs and a tank. I could do that. That might be anything. So I could do. I just, if I don't find anything else that maybe what I have to go to, or Rodney, I just might not go because I can't. I don't want to show up in anything too sexy. I'm a married man, so I don't know why I would even be there in the first place. But I mean, it's for the music because Lenka Paris is going to be there playing a bunch of great music. So if I go, Rodney, I'm telling you, if I go, I'm going to be a wallflower. I'm not.
Yeah, we're not going to be in the center of the dance floor.
We're not doing all that stuff. We're just not. Yeah. We'll take it in and we'll watch. And I'll very
cautiously.
Yeah, we'll cautiously and gently take it in.
With pajamas, you need to be very careful what you watch.
Let me say what I mean when I say take it in. Be real clear. I'm gonna be holding up a wall.
There'll be no pajama jam on my jammies.
Yeah, so so it's going to be very innocent. So I don't know. I'd like to go because I like going to Rodney's events. I love supporting Rodney because he supports Funkotopia, and Prince 365 group has been always great, and that's just anyways. So anyways, all that being said, we'll probably be there, and then Sunday is kind of a wide open day. Who knows where we'll be? Most likely we will be at Henderson at some point in time. We are going to be at Bunkers for the event for Dr. Mambo's Combo. Monday we'll be at Jelly Bean Johnson's concert, and then those are the only things we're committing to, and then we out. So but yeah, yes. All of those links, all of those events, everything that we talked about is on princecelebration.com. I hope that you guys will use that and visit it, and also make sure that you download the Funked Up app, because again, if you're not going, you've already got plenty of events to choose from, but we will be doing a concert at, what did I say? 10 o'clock at Tevin Campbell. We'll be doing Tevin Campbell o'clock. We're doing a live concert on the Purple Yoda Radio of Prince's at 10 and 7 every single day from June 1st to June 7th on the Purple Yoda Radio app, which is actually the Funked Up app. It's the Purple Yoda Radio channel. So download the Funked Up app. And you'll want to listen to the Funked Up app the whole time that you're there in Minneapolis. Whenever you're not at Paisley Park, you'll definitely want to make sure that you have tuned in on that. Because it's going to be, I'm going to make sure that I plug a bunch of music and put in a bunch of great music so that we can make sure that we have so you guys have an amazing soundtrack the whole time the celebration is going on. So,
that's right.
So, yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yep. Fire it up. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people. I mean, a lot of you guys. I mean, here we are in the radio show, but now we finally get together in person. So we're going to have a blast. I'm
looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So all that being said, I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this celebration explosion. It's been an amazing, amazing time. Please support us. Absolutely. Go ahead. What were we going to say?
Yeah, I just thought about something. And if you have any gear, anything that's Funkotopia, bring it. Because on the night that we're going to be somewhere, or our specific event that we're sharing at Bunkers, bring your gear, wear your gear. So, Funkotopia, everything if we can. Yeah, I am actually going to be bringing, I tried to get some stickers done in time. They were not able to get them to me in time, which kind of sucks. But any stickers that I have left over, the big Funkotopia stickers, any stickers that I have left over, I will be bringing with me
So I'll bring them to various events that are not Paisley Park events, and I may. If you ask me for a Funkotopia sticker, if I have one, I will give it to you.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Or anything.
We'll have them handy. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Give you gear. Yes. Yeah,
I don't know how much. I don't know how many I have. I don't know how many. Yeah.
And Chris and I have had a lot of conversation, and that actually was one of our conversations about T-shirts or something. But it's just we can't. That's a tough thing to handle, going all the way out there and carrying all that extra stuff for giveaways. So.
Erin, did you say you were going? Did she say she was going?
I hope she did earlier. I thought.
I didn't see what she said. Erin, I hope you're going. Yeah, safe travels, everyone. So we will not be doing a show on Tuesday. Just so we're clear, we are not doing a show on Tuesday. We will be doing a live show on Wednesday from the Purple Genealogy event at Lifetime Fitness in Eden Prairie, where we're going to be doing the Under the PG Moon, which is a parade-themed Prince event that's going to be happening there. Under the PG Moon, we will be there on Wednesday night. We'll be doing a Funkotopia live from that area. So we'll be no show on Tuesday. This is the only show that you get between now and the time we're actually in Minneapolis. So.
And after that, it's Where's Waldo? You'll try to find us.
Yes.
We've given you the schedules.
I'm giving you everything you need.
Giving you everything you need. Once again, make sure you download those apps. Download the app. Get yourself ready. Use the princecelebration.com website while you're there, and have a blast with us and with everyone else.
One more final thing to say. During the Prince celebration, you probably want to sign up. If you're not a Patreon supporter already. You probably want to sign up with patreon.com/Funkotopia. As you can see, that's a scroll that's going on the bottom right there. Patreon.com/Funkotopia. Because on June 1st through June 7th, I will be giving people some stuff. Not physical. I mean, it's going to be some cool stuff. Cool hidden files and just audio and cool little special things that I'm just going to be going plop, 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 just dropping it out. So you definitely want to. This thing just wants to kill me for sure. So be sure that you tune in or become a member of patreon.com/Funkotopia if you aren't, because I'm going to be giving you guys some really, really cool stuff. Specific, and of course, the higher the level, the better stuff, because I'll be giving some stuff to the people on the lower levels. I'll be giving cool stuff to people on the higher levels, but patreon.com/Funkotopia. Do it. I'm telling you, do it. Because that is how we actually pay for all the ASCAP licensing on the radio station. Without the Patreon supporters, the Funked Up app would not exist, because we have to pay these ASCAP licensing fees to the artists of the music that we play. So support the artists that you're listening to on the Funked Up app. Don't be a freeloader. Please become a supporter at patreon.com/Funkotopia, and I kind of make it worth your while. Some people just have you become a member and they don't do anything, they don't say anything, they just whatever. Very, very different. Once a year we send out gifts to Patreon supporters. I still got to send out these coloring books. I still have not done that. I'm so sorry. I still got to do that. I've got some Prince coloring books and some things I'm going to be sending out to some of the Patreon supporters on the second level. I think it's the unicorn level.
Yeah, you get taken care of when you're part of the Funkotopia family through Patreon. So,
all right. So, Erin, I'm going to be looking for you. She's going to be there for the first few days, but the first time, not actually going to be. Okay. Well, I want you to be at some of these events that we just said we were going to be at, because I got to see you. All right. So, anyways, all that being said, good night, everyone. Thank you guys so much. And WTF. Welcome to Funkotopia. We will see you guys in Minneapolis. And if not, we'll see you on the Funkotopia Live on Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Adios, amigas. We'll see you in Minneapolis. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Coming for you.
Coming for you.
Night.